And as we all know, Logan is the worst X-Men movie ever made. Just nothing redeemable about that one. Totally awful. If you're ranking X-Men movies, it's got to be bottom of the stack. I need to raise Origins Wolverine above Last Stand. Like it doesn't. I think it's a shame if it's not above Last Stand. And adding to that, I think Deadpool 2 is also an F tier, just because not enough Wolverine in it. You gotta have Wolverine. Dark Phoenix, that's like an S tier because it killed Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique, and I didn't like her, so there's that. And New Mutants. Not even as a joke could I put New Mutants in F tier. Do I put it in F? No, I mean New Mutants has that one thing. It has that demon. No, it's got to be. No, could it? Could it be an S tier? Is it up here with the greatness of Origins or Wolverine, or is it something awful? Am I live right now? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Sound Stream.
There you are, Sam. So me and Cal's been working on the transportal dimension device, and it's been going haywire. I think we almost activated hyper time for a second there, but glad everything's okay, and hopefully the universe won't collapse.
We didn't go plaid, but if you start seeing plaid, then we screwed up.
Well, hopefully that all settles in. Welcome everybody to our April 1st Monday Sound Stream, our regularly scheduled program. Don't worry about what you just saw. That seemed to be an alternate universe where everything was backwards.
I think the stream got caught. I think it accidentally streamed from the Ultimate Bizarro universe.
It's possible.
For a second there.
Welcome everybody. Ryan and Fighter Cows, Ryan and Jerry, Darklaw and Jerry. I don't know where I was going with terms. I was setting up stuff and now my brain's mush. But welcome, guys. I want to read the chat because I had the chat closed. I want to see what we got. You want to read out who's in the chat while I just scroll through everything here?
Welcome, MJ Klein, Zeltrax, Minteki T, Soulman, Jamie's World, Hellfire, Swift the Crow, Mark II, SV4 Jason, Master Ben, Toya the Tacoma, Jeremy Carr, Psycho O's, Toma K, Santo Celine, Dr. Grid, and that should be everybody for now. Oh, and Spin Dash. Forgot almost in for a second.
Welcome, everybody. We got so much news today that we're going to have to, hit the ground running. But it's the beginning of the month, so you know what that means. It's time for me to hit a button and see what happens. Is it the big red button of doom? That's a question. We are going to, boom, gift 5 memberships to kick the month off.
Hey, that's right.
Ta-da!
Psycho O's, SH4 Jason, MJ Klein, Oma Ender, and Dogi 97889 got to give memberships.
Welcome.
Welcome, Cordell Stevens.
Welcome, everybody. That's our monthly started off. Give 5 memberships. Get to join as part of the party. As always, if you want to join as a channel member on a regular basis, you can join for as little as $1 a month. $3 a month gets you early access to videos. $1 a month gets you in on our new members-only AMA live streams that we do sometimes post-show. It's usually about once a month. We did one of them so far, so I don't know the frequency yet, but you can go check the details on the join button down below. Helps support the channel directly. Helps keep things rolling. For example, the fact that I did. I'm gonna say because I know I did have some help.
If it worked, to get 5 subs.
Woo! More subs. All right.
Jagger Jaggerdo, the Full Viper, Brendan Yandon, Shenlong Shanxi, and Swift the Crow. Gotta give the memberships.
All right, thank you, Infinity War Torn, and welcome everybody. We will definitely do a members only AMA during the month when all of these gifted memberships are still active. If you are gifted a membership and want to continue, the support of the channel, you can just re-up it and join in, and it really helps because it keeps the channel having like a nice baseline of a revenue stream, so that I can keep doing awesome videos. Last month, through a lot of sheer willpower, let's close this and turn this on. There was 3 viewing guides last month. The Sentai one, the X-Men one, and the Godzilla and Kong one. Had some help with those. I had to do like 90% of the work on them, so I'm a little burned out. This week's videos aren't going to be like nearly as intense. Like Kaus helped me with X-Men episode orders one night, which was really, really helpful for that. So we did 3 viewing guides last month. There's all kinds of other videos. There was a rundown. March was a bit intense. I want to keep the energy going in April, but this week you're getting an unboxing and a Blu-ray haul, so I have time to like mentally recover.
I'm glad the Godzilla and King Kong did well by the looks of it.
It picked up a whole lot over the weekend, which is great.
How much money did Monkey and Lizard made this weekend?
Apparently, Monkey and Lizard made more money than anybody else this year, so that'll be fun. Spin Dash says Blu-ray hauls are my favorites. You're gonna love the part that it's all your fault. There's a part of the Blu-ray haul that's directly Spin Dash's fault, which is great. And Psycho was like, I got a membership 3 times now. Even YouTube knows I influence the videos on this channel. Wednesday's video is Psycho's fault. So, we've got cool stuff coming this week, but of course you got last week's videos. Soulman gifted a membership.
And Carnival Survivors got the membership.
Thank you, Soulman, for gifting that membership, and welcome, Canadian Survivalist. It's great. This also means I get to re-record the member shout-out tomorrow, and it's going to be longer, which is always fun. So, I have not had anybody complain in the comments that the member shout-outs are too long, so let's just keep it rolling. If they get over a minute, I might shift them from the beginning of the video to the end, just for flow, so it's not like the first, 2 minutes of the video before we get to the intro.
I see people do that.
Yeah, at the moment, we'll keep it at the front. So, yeah, good times.
Speaking of things influence, how's your Doctor Who watch?
Doctor Who watch got slightly waylaid by my sort of chaotic weekend, but the next thing I'm watching is the 50th anniversary
the Day of the Doctor.
Day of the Doctor. Yep. On Friday night, my mom and I watched the incredibly bizarre but kind of charming 8th Doctor movie. And then we watched An Adventure in Space and Time.
Oh, I love that. I love that special so much.
Yeah, that was incredible. It was better than the 8th Doctor movie.
How's that? How you been feeling the 11th era so far?
I've enjoyed the 11th era. Season 7 was weird. I don't have any other way of putting it besides it was kind of strange.
With the whole Series 7A and Series 7B those things.
Yeah, it was. Psycho says question: would you have went hard on Surugia if you knew it was almost every week that they did free shipping? No, I wouldn't have gone that hard on that first box if I had known that they were going to be doing it like every week. But yeah, no, I mean it did weird me out a little bit with the Series 7A and B thing, because I knew the Christmas special landed in the middle. I just didn't expect what happened at the end of the first half of the season to happen.
I know, right?
Yeah. It was Spin Dash says 7A was basically the mental planning of make every episode a blockbuster mini movie. Yeah, that's what it felt like. It was incredible, but I was also like, it was like a spear to the heart at the end of
yeah, I know, right?
Manhattan. That was rough.
How you feel? Yeah. You prefer over the 10th era, or about the same?
I like Amy and Rory and Clara over Rose. So I think I like it. I think I like it more. because I don't really like Rose.
I don't blame you.
The more I'm like, man, like the more that I've gone on, I'm like, I liked Martha better, I liked Donna better, I liked Amy and Rory better. It
You kind of
it probably goes Donna, then Amy and Rory, then like Martha, then Clara, then Rose. Like
you can tell
companion
Robe
line.
was definitely made for that kind of mid 2000s audience.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of female characters, yeah.
It's funny too because with Amy and Rory, it's Nebula and Rip Hunter. And then with Clara, it's Joanna Constantine. So my brain's just having like I'm like in a DC mood at the same time somehow.
Traveling with the main villain Morbius.
Yep. Basically. And then adding to that, Warwick Davis showed up in an episode, and I was so happy because I love Warwick Davis. It was nice to see him outside of Star Wars for once.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people that later were in Star Trek. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. Toyota Koma says, incredible correct companion ranking. Wait till you get to Bill. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the rest of it. I am talking about Karen Gillan, who played Nebula, who was on Doctor Who before she was Nebula.
Yep, same with Peter Capaldi.
Yep, Spit the Crow. What about Willow? Willow is like tangential Star Wars to me. It's Star Wars without the technology.
It's like
Lucasfilm, yeah.
It's like how Indiana Jones is always kind of tied to Star Wars. Willow's always kind of tied to Star Wars, though. So
Willow more so because Willow's written like Star Wars without tech, right?
Basically,
yeah. Willow was an incredibly weird movie and also an incredibly weird show, and I don't know if I love either. I just appreciate.
I love the movie.
Existing.
I do love the
you can't watch the show anymore.
That movie's near to my heart.
I watched the
movie. Then I watched the show and I couldn't finish it.
I struggled to finish it. The only reason I finished it was because they were taking it off. And oh god, the Willow show was like weirdly uneven, and then they ended with a teaser that they were on season 1 of 6, and I was like, "Excuse me."
And then they canceled.
You thought you were getting 6 seasons?
Speaking of cancellation, have you heard about Paramount canceling shows left and right?
I haven't canceling them, deleting them.
Deleting them, yeah.
Worse. I legitimately 100% totally hate the current way the entertainment industry is being run. Like, I'm very unhappy with the current entertainment industry, and I'm trying to find the bright spots in all of it. So on that, news time, let's talk about a bright spot, Gundam Seed Freedom. Okay, so I don't know if I call this a bright
positive.
spot. For the record, I have seen Seed technically 3 times. SD, HD, and compilation movies. I've seen Destiny in SD and compilation movies. I just haven't watched it in HD because, oh god, Destiny's not great. So the thing is I'm going to go see Seed Freedom. I was talking to family yesterday when we were at dinner, and I was like, I'm not putting any of you through Seed, even in compilation movies, just to go see this movie. And I told them about all the stuff that goes down in Destiny, and they're like, want nothing to do with this. I'm like, I know. So, if you are wanting to see Seed Freedom in theaters, sub is on May 7th, dub is on May 8th in the US. You can get tickets now. I definitely am going. I'm probably going to pick which day is more convenient because I honestly don't really have a preference, sub or dub with Seed. Decker Striker speaking of Gundam, I'm going to watch your Gundam tier list since I want to get into more standalone Gundam shows, but I don't know if it contains spoilers. Do you have a guide instead, or is the tier list spoiler free? Haven't done a guide yet. I thought about doing it this month for Gundam's anniversary, but then I started looking at my notes, and my initial notes of like my own personal record keeping is already 14 pages, and I was like, I can't do this right now.
Does it become the billboard scene from Always Sunny with all
basically yes. But in terms of my tier list, I didn't go super spoilery. You're not going to get like, I wouldn't say they're spoiler free, but they're mostly like just spoiler-ish. Like, I'll talk about certain things, but I won't go into deep plot points. And a lot of Gundam shows are incredibly dense, so like if I actually did spoil anything, you might forget about it by the time you see it. As J4 Jason says, what Seed kit are you bringing? I'm not going to take a kit to a theater, especially
it's
not
going to get destroyed. It's gonna get destroyed.
But I got a plush of Tori here, so I might take Tori with me because I'm going alone. I'm not. I don't know anybody like IRL that has seen all of Seed, so I'm going by myself and seeing who else shows up. Yeah, so it is going to be sub and dub, and yeah. So if you want to go see Seed Freedom, it's gonna be a thing, you know. I'm excited.
I've been spoiled on some things happen in that movie that make me kind of curious to watch it.
I haven't been spoiled on anything yet, which is pretty nice. Welcome Room Without a Window. Let's see. Jamie's World. I got the Tori plush on P Bandai. And who's dubbing it? It was NYAV Post, the ones that did the redub for the HD remaster.
It's gonna be the new dub, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, entertainment news time. Check this out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Tales of the, which is how it would be recorded in TV listings, coming to Nickelodeon or Paramount Plus soon-ish. We got artwork though. Look at all 6 of these people.
Hey, look at them.
Can't wait.
2D though.
Yeah, I think really translate the art style well in 2D, honestly.
It really did, yeah. They looked spot on. Sometimes 3D to 2D transitions aren't great, but this is pretty good. So I think it looks pretty nice, and
it helps that
we'll
the 3D
later.
models already kind of look like 2D.
Yeah,
yeah, that definitely helps for sure. I'm kind of curious what a 2D like Spider-Verse TV show would look like with some of the Spider-Verse movie designs. So,
I mean, is it Miguel just be Bruce Timm design?
Practically. In Blu-ray news, I watched Godzilla Kong New Empire over the weekend, as in yesterday. I loved it. It felt like a mid to late Showa era Godzilla film, which is just like 100% my jam. It is the cheeseburger to the steak and lobster that was -1, and that's how you should have a franchise. I like variety. But if you want to get all 5 of the Monsterverse films in one 4K box set, you get Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla's Kong, and Godzilla Kong New Empire, plus a bonus features disc of unknown contents at the moment, in a nice fold-out case. I ordered this because I only have Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K. The other 3 I don't, so I was like, cool. I'm just gonna get this. It looks pretty nice. I like the artwork too because it's got all the monsters on it. Still hoping we get a Monarch Blu-ray. I also want a Monarch season 2 since this movie's breaking records. Can we get a Monarch season 2? Is that too much to ask?
I already seen people already interested to take out Monarch after seeing New Empire, so that's good.
Which is good because that shows like legitimately. I do think Monarch is the best Monsterverse project still. Yeah, Deca Striker mentions, I think people are far too harsh on the Monsterverse. King of the Monsters, one of the top 10 Godzilla films, IMO. I mean, personally speaking, I love King of the Monsters. Like, that's my favorite Monsterverse movie. I really want, like, I want more people to appreciate that movie. But the thing I love about that movie over all the other Monsterverse movies is the score. Like, the actual music is, like, the best in the whole Monsterverse. Because it takes the Ikefube music of the Godzilla films and then remixes it to give it its own flavor and feeling. And the iconicness of that music is so good. And that's like the one thing that I think is lacking from the Godzilla and Kong movies when they're together is like the music is, I don't think, as strong.
Well, does it have that Junkie XL's?
Yeah.
Junkie XL, yeah.
Great.
It sounds very like it wants to be Hans Zimmer. Spin Dash says quick and dirty tier list of the 5 movies. All right, Godzilla, that's like a B. Kong Skull Island, that's like an A tier. King of the Monsters, S tier. Godzilla vs. Kong, probably also a B tier. And then Godzilla Kong New Empire, A tier. There. Done.
Oh, really?
Monarch, S tier. Skull Island animated show, D. Because I also watched
Yeah,
that show.
I haven't heard real great things about the Skull Island.
The Skull Island animated show ended on a cliffhanger, and they haven't renewed it, so I wouldn't even bother watching it anymore. Because it didn't really like finish its story. It was like half the story, and I was like, okay, so where's the other half? And I thought it was one of those Netflix things where they made a season order and then cut it up. Yeah. No, they only made 8 episodes. Jojo Star, you haven't missed the Digimon stuff yet. That is actually literally the next topic. So,
yay!
Toyota exactly what I was thinking. Junkie XL's villain song just so underwhelming. It's just shame because Scar King needed a banger theme. Yeah, I mean, you could have worked with something. I think my other problem too is that both the last two movies, they use a lot of needle drops for when Kong's on screen because King Kong movies don't have iconic music, and I know that because I had to struggle to find King Kong music to use in my viewing guide video. But yeah, they need to give Kong a cool theme song already.
Isn't just Donkey Kong Country?
Donkey Konga. There's options. Jamie's World, any news on Godzilla -1 4K Blu-ray disc? Outside of the Japanese release coming out next month, nothing yet.
Was there rumors that they got
it's
some
rumors
company?
that Criterion got it.
Okay.
But nothing confirmed, and I've checked with some people that have sources, and they say that's just a rumor. So.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Shout Factory and Scream Factory announced their June releases. This is going to be their lineup for June. So on June 18th, we've got RoboCop 2 in 4K, which will go... That's way too large of an image. We're just going to stay small. What the heck did we go on to? Where is the close button? All right. Anyways, this is going to be RoboCop 2 on 4K. For context, Arrow Video had done RoboCop on 4K, so don't expect Shout to be doing that. And Shout didn't do RoboCop either. They only did 2 and 3. So there was that. Yeah, there's everyone's talking about waiting for after Godzilla X Kong. That's the current rumor. There's a licensing thing that will hold things up. Yeah, Jeremy Carr says some of those random 60s movies from the Godzilla viewing guide I've seen, but never knew they're part of the Godzilla universe. Exactly why I made the guide was because there's a lot of those movies people don't even realize are in that same universe.
I think for me, I keep forgetting. Yeah, the Robo Monkey before Robo Lizard.
Yeah, Mechanicon came before Mechagodzilla. So RoboCop 2, Shout previously did a release. It was solid. I don't see myself buying RoboCop 2 again, personally, but if you want it in 4K, there you go. Enjoy Frank Miller's best work.
I thought he wrote the third movie.
He wrote the second and the third.
2 and 3, yeah.
Okay.
Both.
If you want the 2014 RoboCop reboot that I actually don't hate, on 4K, Shout's going to be doing it as well, which I think is pretty nice. Which does say where is 3, and I imagine 3's this is just take the film 2K source and then just put it on a 4K disc. 3's going to take some work. So
yeah, I think people overhate the reboot. It's not great. It's not great, especially compared to the original. But it's as a standalone film, it's fine.
It's better than 3. It's technically better than 2. I don't mind it. I think the designs are great. MJ Klein, when did Shout get rights to RoboCop? A while back. Let me backtrack here because I love that Blu-ray.com actually has here's a previous version. Shout did RoboCop 2 in 2017. So
yeah, because I remember when that came out.
Yeah, Shout's been doing a lot of stuff with 4K lately, which is great. I unironically like RoboCop 3 simply because it has CCH Pounder and a bunch of character actors in it that I really love. Can't hate that movie. It's got people I like in it. We're also getting a 4K. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. It's
a silly B movie. RoboCop 3.
It really is.
It really is.
I call it the pilot for the TV show.
That's what it was, pretty much, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. We're also getting John Goodman in Matinee on 4K, also in June.
Is that the full? I like the way you say that's the full title.
Yes, John. I feel like if I just say Matinee, nobody's gonna know what the movie is. I feel like look how big John Goodman is on the cover art. Speaking of franchises with sequels, Species 2 is getting a 4K, which is good for you Species fans. I'm not one of them. We'll get to the big one in a moment, but the first Slam Dunk, people have been asking when this is going to hit Blu-ray. I saw people asking 2 days ago. First Slam Dunk is coming out in June from Shout and G-Kids. And then the last one, of course, the big news. I think a lot of people have been asking, when's this coming? Digimon Adventure 02, The Beginning on Blu-ray and DVD combo pack, June 11th. So this is the movie. It's going to have English and Japanese audio. The only bonus feature listed is the introduction by the director that was played before the Fathom event, so I'm glad to see that is archived. And if you order it through Amazon, you can probably get it a little cheaper, but if you order it through Shout, they have a poster offer on this one, which is what I did because Digimon. and it's got a really nice looking cover, which is just the poster of the movie. So this is pretty great because that's right, guys. I'm not that much into slashers. This is great because the Japanese Blu-ray comes out only 2 weeks prior.
Can you
So-
explain? Because I saw Mark for Discotek mentions a dub error. Can you
Yes.
explain? Without spoiling, of course.
In the dub for Zero to the Beginning, they say Hito Kagara as opposed to Heightened View Terrace.
So that was probably like a giant oops.
Yeah,
when,
because they use English dub names for everything else, but they didn't use Heightened View Terrace for some reason. So, Jamie's right. I don't know if you can import it through Shout, but you can import it through Amazon.
Are shout Blu-rays usually region lock or no?
Depends on the producer. I'd imagine these 4Ks aren't. Well, 4Ks can't be region locked. So these 4Ks are going to be region free, but these are probably going to be region A locked. But they may still work. Players are getting really crazy these days.
One thing I've learned, because we have a European friend that's like, no, yeah, only games are region free.
Yeah, with game consoles, you can't play movies region free. You know, you can play games region free on consoles, but you can't play movies. That's the difference. Let's see. Spendash says, was always interesting what they didn't adapt to the dub back in the day. It was incredible they didn't hide that they lived in Odaiba, Tokyo. Part of that came from the insane turnaround in the dubs. Because, like, Digimon would air in English less than 6 months after it aired in Japan. And then they would catch up to the point where they're only, like, 4 or 5 weeks behind the Japanese airing by the time you got to Tamers. So they would just, like, they were pumping. They didn't have time to overthink it. They're like,
especially back then.
Yeah,
that's better than I think because Pokemon back in the day. I think that was like almost a year before the English dub. So wow, I didn't know they got Digimon that fast then.
Yeah, and that was the thing is that like what is it? April Digimon Adventure debuts, August Digimon Season 1 airs, like of the same year. Like it was. It's insane, and that's why they don't have that many edits because they didn't have time to make that many edits, and so that's why they kept a lot of the stuff the way they did.
I mentioned,
but yet they still managed to compose brand new music, still managed to dub it.
To be fair, some of the music wasn't some of the music were used still from Power Rangers and Masked Rider still,
and Spider-Man. Yeah, they used the Saban library, but then when you get to Tamers, they don't use any of the Saban library, and it was just all new music, and they still were like airing 8 weeks after Japan.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because I was rewatching because I've been since I got the Discotek Blu-ray recently. The things I noticed because first off, man, it's been a while since I've seen Avenger because I keep thinking certain episodes are earlier than I thought they were. Because I keep thinking like the tie goes back to Earth episode was early. That's
21.
Yeah, that's during the Crest. Yeah, that's during the Crest arc, and same thing. I keep thinking the Mimi. The Mimi episode where she was like being pampered by all the Toadmons. Sorry, I forget what was the Digimon specific, but that episode, no, that's later also.
Yeah.
There's also like one I know. Yeah, there's not a lot of edits besides like text edits for English, surprisingly.
Yeah, they cut a couple like punches. They cut the punches to be not on screen. It's just broadcast standard stuff mostly.
Like stuff like I was surprised at it, and that was like the hot spring scene in episode 9 or something like that.
They cut some shots of it, but they kept most of it in.
Yeah, it didn't feel. And again, the big thing I messed with this was, man, I kind of love the one-up Digimon voices so much.
Yes,
I get so over
because they had they had the same pool of actors, like 10 actors, and they had to do all the parts. So they're just like, just do some silly voices. Got to sound different.
Yeah, because I'm so used to, like I keep expecting different. I see Frigimon. I keep thinking he's gonna have this kind of mutter. Same with Mosymon. I keep expecting this kind of mutterly voice because that's how modern interpretations they are in modern media. But no, they had like this like Brooklyn accent. It's like that. It just threw me off. Like whoa, it's like what the.
Welcome, Kamen Jojo. Yeah, and so the thing is, I think the reason why they changed things to like Heightened View Terrace was because Hito Kagara is like a tongue twister in English. So like,
I bet flip flap also would be
lip flaps for sure. And like some of the name changes too, like that's why like Tai Chi became Tai and Yamato became Matt. Like, they weren't changing it just cause they were changing it to make it like flow easier in English.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder.
Yeah.
I always wonder if the whole Ultimate Mega switch up was due to that also, or was a giant oops in terms
That
of
might have been like the Ultimate Mega Switch might have just been like a oops, big old oops.
And I think,
Yeah.
and which is so funny because I think now Japan's adopting that term now,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah, no, all the
because
Japanese material's been using the English levels now,
yeah, it's
which
just
is weird.
easier
I know that.
because I think because only Japan had that because I think everywhere else is that Ultimate then Mega and
Yeah,
then only
everybody else was
Japan.
Ultimate and then Mega, and not Perfect then Ultimate.
Yeah, so I think
So.
and think Bandai's I say this is better. It's easier just to use the terms that so many rest of the world's familiar with than it's kind of how like the
Yeah.
car just adopted Optimus Prime. Is they keep going with Convoy and
Master
all that
Ben
stuff.
says, "Remember Citramon? Yeah, they took there was a Digimon that looked like a bomb, and they turned him into a giant orange, and
Was
that
that
was
Fusion?
for Data Squad, and that was
Oh, that was
Disney,
Data Squad. Yeah,
and
that
that
was
was
Disney. Yeah.
Disney, but that was also post 9/11.
hmm
So,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's also. I mean,
but
it's
then
very
as the
perfect.
thing is, like Spin Dash says, on 5 level change, always screws my head to hear Perfect not being the final level. Yeah, it's funny too because they made all the changes to turn like the bomb guy into Citramon, but yet they did not change the screens on the Digivices for Data
Yeah,
Squad. Like they still say
because
Perfect and everything. Yeah,
because it's probably hard to edit those because of the
yeah.
animation. Probably.
I think it's because like Toei didn't keep original files. They didn't expect that show to get dubbed.
Yeah, I mean, even the Disney era was actually pretty lax on censorship
Oh
because
yeah, they still kept the character deaths.
like character deaths and like at the like, I mean, for sometimes it is like sometimes inconsistent. I know like Rosemon,
Mm,
they keep they like. I think in the first time she digivolved, they cut the butt shot, but I think every other after first appearance, they kept it.
yep.
I think and like some and such like that, so it was very inconsistent. It was into fusions, aka modern Saban, where they got
Yeah.
stupid and it crazy.
Jerry, what were you gonna say? Because I heard your voice pop up.
I was going to say something
Do you remember what it was?
about Digimon.
Yeah.
Frick, I don't. Oh, it's about name changes.
Name changes. Yeah. Hey, Kamen JoJo.
Oh, I think I remember Lord Bloombot. I think that was it. Because
Whoa,
it wasn't a
Bloom
name change. That
Lordmon.
was me. I just kept screwing up the katakana reading. I kept reading Lord Floombot.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of anime, speaking of name changes, it's Nendoroid Jaden Yuki.
Ooh, the pre-orders for him and
You say went up.
Yusei went up, so
Yep.
Nice.
I'm seeing
SSJ4
really
Jason, real quick. SSJ4 Jason still has dumbest 4K censorship. The 4Kids censorship is funny because the more that I listen to the 4Kids flashback podcast, the more I'm like, oh, it was the network problems. Like the network
that
was super stingy.
that was always the case because that was always the case
Because people also don't remember that when Digimon was being dubbed and aired on Fox Kids, Saban owned the network, so he could say, he as in his group would say, this is okay, this is not. Like they didn't have anybody fighting them because they owned the network and they also produced the show. 4Kids didn't have that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And such like I mean, it's something like also like the people mentions like Sony X they take out all the Japanese words and don't replace them. That's first off they didn't take those out like TMS the animation company. I think a lot of those animation companies take usually to there's versions of like localized
They make
versions and stuff
an
that
international friendly version that doesn't have any text. Yeah.
yeah, and just the problem is 4Kids forgot to put
Put in
in
their own
the
text.
text.
Well, it may not
Yeah,
have been a
that's
forgot. They may have just not had time. Because from what I
yeah,
understand, it was like 4 guys editing like 20 shows.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be some slip ups.
That's also why credits for 4Kids, you can't find exact voice actor credits for some characters because they would make one credits list for the whole season.
I think
That reminds me
some
of something I was talking
other
about last
shows
night.
other shows did that also because I think even I remember when I was
I think
watching
Metabots did it
Cybertron.
too.
I think Transformers Cybertron did a similar thing
Yeah.
where I was looking at the credits each episode. They're all the same credits no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Ultraman Tiga had a incorrect voice list. Like
Yeah.
Wheels was telling me.
Mm-hmm. And they're still trying to correct it. They're still people keep asking voice actors, "Was this you?" And they're just playing them an audio clip. Mr. Tanuki said, "Have they gotten to One Piece's frothy mugs of water yet? They haven't, but every single person that worked on that One Piece dub kept asking the question,
Dragon Ball
why
did
did
that
we
too.
license this?
Yep.
This is not a TV Y7 show. What did you get us into? Master Ben says, didn't a few Power Ranger monster voices show up in Digimon? Yeah, because Saban just used the same actors for everything.
Yeah, it's like Retroact Card, Paul St. Peter, all those actors.
Spin Dash. I just remembered when Team Rocket picked up a coin, it was a perfect American penny, and I laughed how artistically detailed it was. I think it was just like a PNG of a penny that they drew over.
I wonder like how far like those people stayed, because I'm really curious if some of the people stay up to the Toonzai era, because I want to know the story.
Some did and some didn't. The podcast hasn't found anybody that stayed all the way to the end yet.
Because I still want to know the story of Blue Popo.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to come up. If you guys like the 4Kids era shows and or are curious about the old dubbing industry of the early 2000s or the way that like TV is produced and localized, 4Kids Flashback Podcast is amazing. You'll get all the like inside info you never could ever find before. I'm enjoying it a lot. I listen to it while I'm working on stuff. So.
And again, they also upload a lost episode of the Tika dub, the final episode.
They found that by talking to a guy who worked on the editing for it and happened to have a copy. All right, back to the Nendoroids. Jaden Yuki, also known as Judai Yuki, he is presented here with his winged Karibo, his dual disc, his cards, and his weird eye chromia thing that I only understand from Bonds Beyond Time because I never finished GX.
It's Yubei.
Yeah, that.
Yubel. Yubel was the character's name.
I probably normally wouldn't buy a Jaden Yuki Nendoroid, but I have Yugi already because I need him to cross over with Bobobo. And I'm totally buying Yusei, so I totally ordered Jaden.
I like that your only excuse to buying Yugi.
I know. My only excuse to buying Yugi was to go with Bobobo, and my only excuse to buy Jaden is because I bought Yugi.
Yeah,
and
everybody else.
Yeah, like might as well. So anyways, Yusei here looks great. I really like the Yugi figure. I got him. I've opened him up. His cape has a hard time staying on. What was the meme? What was the meme someone said, like, that character trait that like isn't really a thing, but the fandom latches onto it. It's Yusei in this milk glass. That was one episode, 90 seconds, and yet it's 2 toys now come with the milk glass.
You mean like I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I know TV Tropes calls it when it happens a lot in a show. Flanderization.
I don't think it's flanderization.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Yeah, but it's more of it's one aspect for one scene that the fan declared that it's a key part of the character.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what's pretty great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. You know me. You guys have followed these live streams enough. You know I have an unhealthy obsession with 5Ds.
Are you gonna do a video when you get all 3 plus Bobo?
I might do something. It may just be a short, but I'm gonna do something with them.
You need if you're doing, because it was a short, but you were doing the thumbnail.
Yeah,
if you could, you should recreate the Beyond Time poster, but in the middle is Bobo. Like it's like you're summoning Bobo.
Yeah. Welcome, Scrublord Gaming. I don't remember if Scrublord Gaming was already in the chat, but anyways, Spit the Crow says, "What are the 5Ds? They're 5 dragons, and they're people and they're symbols. We do need Nendoroids with their monsters. Psycho is a perfect example. It's like Toei Spider-Man with the gun. The gun lasted less time than the glass of milk. Like,
I mean, for me with Toei Spider-Man, it should be less the gun and more the wrench.
Yep, it really should be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Nendoroid talk, because I don't usually collect Nendoroids, but here I am buying 2 more. Anyways,
that's how they get you. It's like
that's
Pops,
how they get me.
More expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I buy Pops of characters like Black Orchid, because when am I ever going to get another figure of Black Orchid? Also, there's a pop of Black Orchid, and she came in eco-friendly packaging at Walmart. It was the craziest thing.
You mean Killer Instinct Black Orchid?
No, the DC Vertigo character Black Orchid.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a Silver Age character that later became a Vertigo character. And she's cool. Anyways, I forgot that there was a Killer Instinct character named Black Orchid, now I'm thinking about it. But now I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's one who won the tournament, actually, the first Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
She might as well be the mascot besides, was it Kilgore?
Fulgore.
Fulgore, there you go.
I was gonna say Kilgore's a
That's
DC
how
character.
long.
There
That's
can't be
how
two of
long
them.
it's been since that we need a new Killer Instinct because people are
Mm.
forgetting. And I'm like, please make a new one.
LPH says, is Boba about 20 years old yet? I think it is. I think we crossed that line.
At least 20.
There was a cruel April Fool's joke yesterday because in Japan, April 1st was yesterday of a new Boba project coming in 3000 in the year 3000.
Yeah, no, it's over 20
Boba
years old.
was February 20th, 2001 for the manga, and November 8th, 2003 for the anime. So yeah, we've crossed it.
Yep.
We do need Killer Instinct action figures. That's a good point.
Yeah, legit.
Hi, Mass Radiant.
I mean, I think I know. I think it was DNA Design or some kind of toy company got the Microsoft rights for Battletoads and Banjo, and they released those really nice but giant and expensive figures of those two. So they probably have to license the Killer Instinct because they have the other two rare licenses. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
But those things are giant.
Oh yeah, I did see the Pokemon Sleep World Championship video. That was hilarious. It was like the deep competition to sleep 8 hours and 30 minutes, and it was like all these athletes that were about to like sleep for the Pokemon Sleep competition. Anyways, in the other world of news of Bandai toys, they were kind of light this week, to be honest. Complete Selection Modification V-Buckle 4 Master Rider set. From the outset, just looks like the Complete Selection Modification V-Buckle, but including only 4 decks instead of all 13. Or 15. 16? 16. But it's the CSM V-Buckle budget release where you get the decks of Ryuki Knight, Zolda, and Oja. 23 cards are included, but they don't have the NFC chips to work with the CSM drag visor. So it's 22,000 yen in November. So that's neat. I don't have anything else on that. Let's move on. The Memorial Edition D-Sword Vega has been revealed for a while, but now we're getting a closer look at it. Oh, welcome Movie Addict. Says, love the channel, just subscribed this past week. A lot of great information. Glad to hear it. Glad you're enjoying the channel, and I hope you will enjoy the upcoming future experiences available. That's a weird way of saying it, but you know what I mean. Anyways, this thing is over 900 millimeters long. Guys got any thoughts on length? Is length important?
Again, I'm just waiting for the day Con is the Toku toy sword fight.
If it's not this
These
year's
things.
Morphicon, when is it? Everyone's already at each other's throats on Twitter. Like, just take it to the swords, guys. Anyways, they were talking about some of the mechanics and the design here. They've updated the model. The original one had the seam line when they had it on display, but they've managed to get rid of that seam line.
Nice.
Just amazing.
I'm just waiting because I don't think they showcased it, but I'm still waiting for the chain breaking feature.
They sort of explained it here, which is they haven't shown a video of the chain breaking feature, but oh yeah, Spin Dash has a tweet thread of all the sword lengths for Rider and Sentai. So basically, you pull down on the trigger, it releases this little latch, and then that latch will release this piece here, which can then be reattached and clipped on the bottom, like how it is. So it's gonna you push it down, it pops it loose, and then you hold it the rest of the way, and then you just reattach it yourself. So that's pretty much how it works. And then the actual trigger button on the back here will activate some sounds, but the main sounds will be here in the direction of the blade, which makes it more accurate and easier to use than the original deluxe one, which was kind of backwards. So that's coming out later this year.
Yeah, all I can think of is your joke in the CSM Ride Book review. You can make it. There's a puberty joke you make here, but you're not gonna make it.
Exactly. Speaking of puberty, I don't know what the transition was. Super Shoto's next set is Jaka Dengeki Tai. Big surprise. Because I think everybody thought it was going to be Gingaman after, Gingayo got announced for SMP.
But yeah, but these guys don't have a mix, so they're a wild card.
They're just let's toss them out. And I'm so excited because I think we talked about it when I tier listed Sentai. I love Jaka. That weird ass little show.
Jaka's awesome.
That show is written by freaks. But I love it.
Where's the elephant accessory?
Don't worry about the elephant. Anyways, we of course got Spade Ace. I was looking at these. I was trying to figure out where the stickers were, and I think it's just the little emblem areas in the belt. Like I think they
Jacka's
painted the
design-
sashes.
Jacka's, yeah, because those would be a night for the sticker, and Jacka's designs are not that complex, thankfully.
Muteki, that's a funny gag. Uh, anyways, we got Jack here looking fantastic. Heart Queen looking great. I only currently own Live Man in Super Shoto, but I'm totally buying this because I love Jacka for how freaking weird it is, especially
You need
Mr. Goat, big one.
Big one! We need? Should we talk about their accessories?
Should we? Kaus, how many hands do you think these guys come with?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Let's talk about their weapons first. So you get the Ace Bow, which is like, these are about 4 inches, Mr. Tanuki. They get the Spade Ace's little whip thing, which of course has a bow mode, and actually comes. You get 3 versions of his sword whip or sword bow, and so it has different positions of it being pulled back. Then you've got, of course, Jack's sword, which definitely is stickers. You can see the sticker peeling up right there. I love that Bandai Candy photos don't hide how the stickers are. They're 100% real. Like,
well, you know what? At least you know what you're seeing is what you're getting.
Exactly. I never question.
You're not being fooled.
Yeah, you never get fooled. It's not like Gunpla where they're like, "Oh, here's the painted model." Like yours won't look this good. Like
I'm looking at you, SD kits.
Right, and then like you look
goodness,
here and you're like, "Oh, the sticker's peeling up just like it will on mine." I know exactly what I'm getting into.
Time to get the glue.
Yep. Jamie's World, they already announced the Neji Rangers. They should be out soon. You get Heart Queen's Q Boomerang, and you get Clover King's Fist Punch, which is pretty great.
Not a punch?
So yeah, it's a punch, and it's got like a chain attachment, like you can whip it around.
That's funny. Like you said, fist punch. Like, yeah, what else are you punching?
Oh yeah, fist punch. I didn't even realize it came out of my mouth, and I didn't even hear it. Yes, Spin Dash. Bandai's Candy site got a redesign. So did the Tamashii Web website. It's nice I don't have to use Fixoku anymore because their ads creep me out.
Or creep you out, or we'll get you demonetized.
Both. I always have to turn the translate off. But welcome, Kamen Rider 64. And then Big One also comes with the missile piece. And then here's the team doing their Jacka Kovac pose. And also, you can get the Jacka Big Bomber. So there's a wheel, a V, and then you go bam, bam, bam. You know, do a backflip, land the cannon. Big One flies in, loads the missile, boom.
And then
Beautiful.
you have to use your own accessory for all the crazy batshit stuff they do in the series.
Exactly. I absolutely love this set. And to top it all off, you get 171 hands.
What?
Oh, okay. I was dangerously low too.
Everybody comes with 34 hands each, and then Big One comes with an extra hand specifically for holding the missile. So 171 hands.
Are these like episode-specific hands? Why are there so many hands?
So from what I was trying to figure it out, right? I figured it out. They include every hand that Super Shoto's ever produced that isn't specific to an accessory. And then on top of that, they added in any specific hand you would need for a specific pose that they do.
I guess because Jack is so basic, they thought like, how many?
I mean, look, if they didn't have hands, that's all you get. Like, they're even including 3 forms of the bow just to make sure you feel like you got enough. But to put it at the same price point and have a comparable deal to the other sets that usually come with like a ton of weapons and stuff. Like, they're like, no, just, you get every hand in all the colors. Like,
Geki Ranger, Super Show Geki Ranger better come with this many hands.
It better, yeah, because there's not as many weapons there either. Master Ben says, can we talk about how the final episodes for Jacka feature a man in an elephant suit getting shot out of a cannon? There, we talked about it.
That's what I keep talking about.
This is insane, and I love it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with. I'm probably not going to cut most of these hands off the sprue. But I love that they were like, we need to give our customers the same value as any other team set. They're just like, here, all the hands.
Yeah, if you put your accessories in little baggies, God, that bag is just be full. You just have a whole separate bag for just the hands.
Yeah, just that for each set of hands.
I guess it would be nice is since all the shoulders are compatible with each
Mhm.
other. If you need spare hands for photo shoots for of these
Yep.
specific color rangers, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, these will work with any of them because they all have the
And
same
thankfully,
wrist pegs.
and thankfully, since most Sentai readers wear white gloves, there you go.
Yeah. Then they showed this picture at the. I thought they did. Oh yeah, here it is. At the bottom of the blog, they showed this photo, which is Gal Ranger versus Super Sentai, showing the only one we're missing is Ginga Blue. So it's very
Yeah,
obvious that Ginga Man's going to be our next set.
I
But
mean, it's kind of obvious.
that's the reason why Jacka jumped the line, is because they wanted to make sure that Ginga Blue finished this team as well. I mean, they could have done Jacka after. I think they were like, all right, Ginga Man fans, you get Gingaio now, and you get
need to
Jacka
have Big
later.
One. They need to have
Yeah.
Big One in the center there.
Also, I love that Big One stickers are also peeling up on the ends here. All right, Alice said, hello, I just finished Go-Go Power Rangers, Forever Rangers to start the stream, and I think the comics is the best thing I've seen from PR in a long time, and I've only just started. Happy to hear it. Absolutely love the Power Rangers comics. I highly recommend those to anybody that loves Power Rangers, because they are, I agree that they are the best thing that that's come out of Power Rangers in a long time.
I am getting a little tired of people complaining they're still on season 2. Guys, the comics are so far away from the TV show. It doesn't matter.
The comics are so beyond season 2, it's ridiculous.
Not good. Yeah, I think you need to realize,
Just because the cast is season 2, like they still keep the season 1 people around. Like it's great. Master Ben says, so Santa, how nuts will you go? Super Shoto announced Hurricaneer. I don't know if I'd be as excited as Jacka, just because I have had the basic Bandai figures and the Legacy and the Figuarts for that team. But Jacka will get me psyped.
What's the remaining Sentais that will get you like instant buy?
Let's see, what instant buy? Because Jacka was one of them. Probably Flashman. Flashman would get me instantly. Also,
Ginga Man?
Ginga Man probably, because Ginga Man's actually going to come with all the weapons. I think I'm going to get... Jamie's World says, will they eventually release them all teams as Shoto? Eventually, yeah. They're going to get... Like, at this rate, they're going to get to them all. Another... if they do Deca Ranger, I'm instant buy on Deca Ranger.
I keep thinking they did Deca Ranger already, but no, they haven't.
They haven't. Instant buy on Deca Ranger. Instant buy on who else?
That's another one that's gonna come with a lot of accessories, I imagine.
Yeah, Deca Ranger, you'd have to split into 2 sets. It'd have to be like the main 5 and then the other 4.
Like, you don't want Deca Gold?
I want Deca Gold. I just don't think they're gonna make it. There's a lot of options, but Jacka was one that I was like, as soon as they do Jacka, I'm 100% on board, and then just suddenly appeared, and I was like, oh my god, Jacka. I was having a rough day, and then I saw Jacka showed up, and I was like, yeah.
Is this that dorm meme? It was like, oh, then boom, oh my god, Jacka.
Yeah, literally that. I was having that kind of day, and then I was like, oh my god, Shoto Jacka. I'm gonna just probably display them posted the cannon like this. It's gonna be great. Which I know is not the most effective use of hands, but who cares? Tokuger. Yeah, Tokuger would get me. That for sure.
I'm kind of scared because what if they do every color variation with that number?
All they would have to do is they'd have to make swappable parts, They could make you mix and match them and just have the emblem swap or something. I don't know.
Well, they had to do at least a male and female for each color at the very least.
Or just use the male mold for everybody and then just have a skirt that pops on and off.
No boobs. No
boobs. Or just give the men boobs. I don't mind.
But no, isn't it a trans? What was it? Trans visibility.
Yesterday was Trans Visibility Day. Yeah.
Hey.
Tokuger is one of the most trans friendly Sentai, because you can literally be any color no matter what you. No matter who you are, you can be any color of the group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up in the world of Sentai, something new. It's the Boom Boom Change Axe, aka. Oh man, I have to buy this. I like the Boom Boongers Changer. I really do. Let me talk about this. I like this part. I like the Boom Booster, which is the changer for black and orange. Okay. And basically, instead of putting it into a brace, they put it into this dumbass looking thing.
The way you say it makes it sound like it's like the boron. Like you think you're about to say the boron booster from Kiva for some reason.
Yeah, the Boon booster, yeah, not Boron booster. It turns into a steering wheel, but it's incredibly tiny. It's got a sword mode and an axe mode, which I don't even think looks good in show, to be honest. I watched the episode and I was like, I like Boon Black. I appreciate this debut. I do not like this weapon. I think the weapon's lame. It may be more fun in hand than it does in photos. Of course, the booster works with all the cars because that's how we do it. And you can do the finisher attack with the back of it. But look at that handle size. Like, I know they're cutting down on cost, but come on, that's not even.
That's the axe for babies.
I don't like it. I wish I could. Why can't I just buy the booster? Like how we can just buy the the changer. That's what I'm asking. Even for a kid, I think it's small Muteki. I think kids deserve better. If I was a kid and had this thing, I'd be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yep. Jojo Star says, "What is this? An axe for ants?"
No ants.
Might as well be. If you do want to get it with some extras, which is probably how I buy it eventually, probably on Sarugia, you can get a set that comes with the 2 police cars and the 2 construction vehicles, which are the vehicles for black and orange.
The more you say them, they're gonna just give you a sponsorship to go, here, finally, take your sponsorship. Stop mentioning us every stream.
I mean, they can do what they want, but I wouldn't say no. My plan is I like the Boom Boonger toys. I like the show a lot. I'm gonna buy the toys, but I'm not gonna buy them at full price. Anyways, but yeah, so they can get this set. That's pretty neat. And there's a campaign item if you buy one of the sets where you can get this yellow version of the Boon wagon that does not transform. It is just a car. So,
just a car.
What if you ever gonna get a Tokyo Rainbow? What was the final mech in Tokyo? Tokyo Rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Or what if you ever gonna get a Tokyo Rainbow scenario where there's gonna be a final mech that has just used all the cars as limbs? But if you don't want to rip your other mech's limbs off, you just have to buy these non-transforming ones, pretty much.
I wouldn't mind that. I want something to combine them all. I don't want it to be like Kira Major, where I got all these like standalone robots.
I hate that about Kira Major's mechs.
I'm having trouble shelving them. I don't know how to put them on a shelf because they're all these little independent robots that don't go together. I like my cluster mechas.
I was just gonna ask. Clusters, another one. Yep.
Yeah. Spin Dash does one big parking garage mecha. Yep, just like the train station turned robot, parking garage turned robot. Perfect.
I want the return of the what was it? Turbo Ranger had the cool, or was it Car Ranger had the cool like car playset thingy?
Car Ranger had it. Turbo Ranger had a mecha that was a car playset, and that was actually cooler. So, see you later, Jamie's World. Spin Dash says buy 3 of the base sets and display all the Kira stones like that. Would the Grateful Phoenix fit in that? It probably would. I don't know. I don't have Grateful Phoenix yet. Kira Major. Great show. Horrible toy line. Anyways, let's switch from Bandai to Bandai with SH Figuarts. Yeah.
I guess Mitamashi.
Actually, there's plenty of cool ones here.
There is. I guess Kira sold well because Shin and Athearn are confirmed for commercialization.
One day the rest of the G Gundam crew will be revived.
Maybe at the 30th anniversary. Maybe they'll do something for the 30th and be like, here's your Allenby, here's your Rain, here's your, I don't know, here's your American, here's your Russian criminal, here's your martial arts kid who doesn't want to be a martial arts kid.
What we need is a new Domon and not have the horrendous.
Yeah, we need a new Domon badly. There was one time they showed like civilian clothes Domon, Rain Allenby, and Master Asia, and then they only released Master Asia, and I was like, that was the one I wanted the least out of those. Anyways, SH Figuarts Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider X is the 99th Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider. He is coming out in November. He is going to be released through P Bandai US and P Bandai around the world. Kind of stupid that all the Showa writers are P Bandai. After Ichigo, Nigo, and Amazon, all the rest have been P Bandai, and that it's dumb.
People don't want these old people.
I think people do want these old people. I'm not buying it because I'm like, I didn't get the Seihos because they only made Ichigo, Nigo, and Amazon, and then just stopped, and then years later came back and like, here's V3, and I'm like, why is he P Bandai? Is 90 justified? I don't know. He's got a cloth scarf, he's got this big ass pole, and he's got a rope thing. I guess. I don't know. Compared to what we're gonna look at in a moment, I don't think the 90's worth it for Seiho X. But he does look nice. It's interesting, he has the covered knee joints like Ichigo and Nigo have. Are those the same mold? Guys, I think they're reusing the legs from Ichigo and Nigo.
You know what?
It wouldn't surprise
probably
me.
are.
Yeah. Mr. Tanuki says, currently doing an experiment to test if P Bandai will recognize a unit at an address is a P.O. box. I'll grab this guy if it works. Good luck. I wish you luck. Because they should... Bandai is one of those weird companies that will do stupid things to not let you give them money.
Right?
Yeah. That's the J4 Jason. If this 100th Seiho was Michael from Hokkaider, that would be weird considering they specifically have made it Kamen Rider, and Hokkaider's a Kikaider movie. Also, they said, screw it, here's Stronger. We're making him. We'll just let you know later.
Like, but he's not the 100. But he's not the 100.
He's not the 100. But they were just like, he's on display. We'll make him later. And I'm like, okay, cool. These look nice. And Lord knows my old show of Figuarts need replacing. I can't
I'll
find these for good prices.
I'll never forget where you're showing us your Figuarts, and I think was it Sean? Was it V3 or one? They're all on Tomaji stands, and one of them broke, and like one almost tumbled.
I think it was X. It was actually X. X's stand broke, and then he crashed into a Shocker Rider. And then like a year later, I picked it up and found out that the Shocker Rider was busted.
And you're like, I just remember you showed that slide. You're like, oh no, and you're like, it's
horrifying. In the world of Dragon Ball Figuarts, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, the Pride of the Saiyans, is based on the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan evolved form of Vegeta from the Tournament of Power.
Super Saiyan Blue for your tongue to make sure
I'm going to keep saying the full thing. I don't know what this blue thing is.
You know what's funny? The manga even made fun of that. Where like, there's like,
I
bit my tongue.
I've been reading the manga lately, the Super manga. I'm enjoying it. This is gonna be a retail release, and he's gonna be like $35. This is like your nice like entry price point.
Definitely gotta be available in Targets and all that stuff. I'm not usually a fan of blue, but hold on, the way how Bandai did the blue hair here looks really nice.
It does look nice.
I think it's semi-transparent also.
It is, yeah. They've been doing that with the Super stuff lately. See, Spin Dash says, I'm hearing it might not be evolved, but seems close enough. It does say, it is based on the Universal Survival arc.
The only way you can tell is evolved, you look at his he has those pretty looking eyes.
Yeah. It's close enough.
I still love in the newest Xenoverse 2 DLC. The Dimp Steps really wanted to include Ultra Ego, but I guess Bandai did not allow them to touch any of the Super manga stuff, so they had to create a form that just not Ultra Ego, but it is pretty much.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We're stuck zooming into Vegeta's crotch because I accidentally scrolled on the wrong part. Anyways, he comes out in September. His pre-orders open in April. I love Dragon Ball Figuarts, and guess what? Here's a second chance at getting a few more of them. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Ultra Instinct Sign, Goku Black, Super Saiyan Rose, Superhero Vegeta, and Superhero Gohan are all getting reissued in August.
I might get.
I would love to get all of those.
I want to get the Gohan.
Yeah.
The Vegeta's still in stock at some places, but like now I know I don't have to rush.
You have UI Goku there.
Mm.
Did you get the Toyotaro one?
I didn't get any UI Gokus because I've decided now I want base form figures because there's always going to be a new strongest form, but base forms don't change.
You know what? I understand.
Yeah, like I'm gonna buy this Gohan and that's it. Like I don't need to buy a Gohan ever again.
Like I think I
want all of those.
I'm interchangeable with Figuarts, Dragon Ball Figuarts because sometimes I like to save money and I just buy the Dragon Stars. But like some forms, like I think I might get the Ultra Instinct maybe and the Rose.
Yeah. What I'm doing with my shelf is I'm
Dragon Stars are pretty good.
The Dragon Stars are great. For my shelf, the ones that are Figuarts right now is Whis and Beerus, because Whis had to be Figuarts, so I got the Beerus, right? Boo, Launch, Tien, Yamcha, Bulma, they don't have Dragon Stars.
Mm.
Piccolo, I still have the first Figuart. I'm still happy with that one. But I want...
That's the one that came... Is that the one that came out back in the... Like, during Kai, right?
It's the 2009 one. And it's still holding up for me right now, which is great. But with Goku, Vegeta, and Gogeta, those are all Figuarts. But I want a new Goku and Vegeta Figuart. And I feel like I want a Figuart for Gohan, because he's like another one of the main... I want the main guys in Figuart. But like, guys like 17 and 18, I got Dragon Stars, I'm good, But I want to get this Gohan. I was looking for him, and he was like going for stupid money. It was like running $130. And I'm like, he retailed for $35. What? So, yeah, I'm glad he's getting reissued. But I do want to get I want to get a base. I think I want to get Superhero, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. And they'll just be my base forms, and I'll be good. I don't need to buy them again. That's the plan. Speaking of anime, though, SH Figuarts Naruto Uzumaki Sage Mode, Savior of Konoha, is a P-Bandai release coming out in November, also for $90. Now, with X, he does come with some good stuff. With Naruto, yeah, he's reusing the base body, but, like, he's got a fully cloth robe, which is amazing.
Sage Mode has always been my favorite.
That I love.
Mm-hmm.
Sage Mode has always been my favorite Naruto form. I think it feels like a perfect evolution for him.
Yeah,
we did say this before, but I really do hope cloth is, cloth capes are more...
It's the way to go. Yeah, because, like, especially with Naruto characters that need to do crazy martial arts stuff, like, having a plastic cape would be a hindrance.
Exactly.
And I'm glad to see after Itachi, now Naruto, like, they're going into the cloth stuff for the Naruto line. So he comes with the 2 Rasengans. He's got the Rasen Shuriken, which is different than the Kurama Link mode one. He can freaking do the meditation pose, because he's got cloth and wires. Yeah, like Jerry Carr mentioned the wire. I forgot to mention the wire. Cloth and wire. Like, he looks fantastic. I definitely am getting him. With the accessory count here, yeah, he's reusing some parts, but, like, I feel like this is way more of a value than Kamen Rider X is. Just because I feel like you get more with it.
To be honest, the anime stuff is always usually more fit than the Toku stuff, to be honest.
Which is why I've been buying more of the anime stuff than the Kamen Rider Figuarts. Because at least Ultramans come with a ton of hands. Anyways, he looks great. Now, revealed at the same stream, we don't have full pictures yet, is SH Figuarts Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. Jerry, talk to us. What do you love about it?
Well, I love that it's a dark tournament style.
But I'm surprised they use I guess that's...
It's kind of the default look. That's what they put on the Blu-ray.
The green jacket.
Green suit is everywhere, but the dark tournament's everybody's favorite arc.
So. Yeah, because isn't the green jacket only, first 2 arcs, right?
No, he wears it in most of it.
I mean, I think this is the most...
That's everybody's favorite arc. That's like...
Is this also the most action figure accessible look, too?
Yeah, it's the most posable friendly. You want to do crazy poses, not having a big, bulky jacket.
Exactly.
It's helpful.
I love these extra head accessories. With the hair. The alternate hair, the little... God, what was this guy's name? The little blue dude?
Who? P-U-U.
Yeah, who? The faces look great. He does have sort of that no-nose syndrome, but that's because there's, like, light directly on him. Yeah. When you have him in hand, he's gonna have a little bit of shadow, because he definitely has a nose sculpted. Multiple spirit gun effects. Looks like he comes with a stand for one of them, which is great. I'm hyped.
But there's another look he has, and he has it during the Sentai fight, where he's just wearing jeans and a white tee, but that's kind of plain, isn't it?
Oh God, what?
Yeah.
God, just imagine
this one's like a little...
I think this was a good choice to go for the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how to get... Who's the big muscly dude name again?
Toguro.
Yeah, I want to know how. I want to know what he will look like in Figuarts.
Oh, he's gonna be.
We need him to fight this Yusuke.
Yeah.
How they gonna blend the joints with all of that crazy muscles?
So I think we can easily say that if they're doing Dark Tournament for Yusuke, everybody else is going to be Dark Tournament looks. At least to start,
yes,
right?
I hope so.
So here's the main
Which means we
four.
get Kuwabara with a
Kuwabara's jacket better be cloth, right? After they're
Yes,
doing it for the
better
Naruto
be.
stuff. So that way we can remove it if we want, or we can have it on. But that's the so for those wanting to know what's the main four going to look like in Figuarts, they're following this look for them. So
I'm very sure they could do Obara's jacket. I hope it's cloth also then.
I mean, I think if they can do Itachi's jacket and they can do the Sage Mode coat,
arc.
it's the same
Those
thing.
are all Sensui arc clothes.
Didn't they tease on Akatsuki?
Are these all the Sensui arc?
Yeah, because Kuwabara's jacket is a big white jacket.
Oh, you're right. I picked the wrong image. My bad.
This
is what happens when I don't watch the show for 15 years.
And then me, I just finished reading the manga and the show, so fresh in my head.
I forget. In that same video with these two, didn't they tease
Correction,
another
here
Akatsuki?
it is.
Let's see here.
Is this right? Did I get the right one this time? Am I close?
Yes, that's it. That's
it.
Yep,
okay.
There they are.
Yeah, there we go.
That's how they look at tournament. Did they tease another Akatsuki in that stream or no? Because I swear I remember seeing them like they're showcasing.
They might have teased something. I honestly didn't watch it. I was like, should I watch this? And then people were just posting pictures like, I'll just look at the pictures. If they tease something, we'll look at it when it's official. I've kind of left Figuart teasers off the list of things to look at.
Jeremy Carr put up a point about the girl you were asking, Darklaw. Maybe they'll give him Broly parts.
Oh, yeah. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that does it for Figuarts news. I'm so hyped for the Yu Yu Hakusho line.
Yes.
I'm at least in for the main four. If...
At least, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Well, they need to do Bolton also.
Yes, they do. SSJ4 Jason said they're teasing either Pain or Toby. I would hope it's Pain because we.
I think it's gonna be Pain to go alongside Sage Noir.
Because we kind of pair them up. Like we got Kurama Link and I got Kurama Link and Obito sitting here, waiting for me to get to the episodes before I pose them because I don't know what to do with them. Pain would go with Sage Mode perfectly. They've been kind of pairing things off, like Orochimaru and Jiraiya, and Kid Naruto, Kid Sasuke. Like they've been making pairs. Minato and Itachi, two characters that are more popular than the in proportion to the amount of screen time they had. So they're.
I'll definitely say that, man. I'm not too big into Naruto that much nowadays, but like, man, I remember the hype during the Pain arc when Sage Naruto debuted. That's something from childhood memories.
When I finished the fight between Naruto and Pain, I thought to myself, I even said it out loud. I was like, this is probably the peak of this series, and nothing will get better than this. But I am so hooked in that I will see this to the end. Like I was like, I know this is it's all probably downhill from here, but this has hooked me enough that I'm going to get to the end. Who paired to Sakura? It was Kakashi, just to finish off the main four. Anyways, you guys want to talk about Masters of the Universe? Because I do.
Yes.
I like He-Man.
Yeah, let's talk Masters of the Universe. Motu time.
Who are you gonna call? He-Man!
Yes! I was just gonna bring that up.
Yep. Spin Dash says, I sadly never got too far into Shippuden. The Rescue Gara arc dragged a lot for me. Yeah, I quit the show 4 times during that arc. It took me years to get past it.
Long.
That arc isn't finished in the first Blu-ray volume.
Wow.
That's how long it is.
And
it's only like 3 manga volumes.
I only experienced that arc through Class of Ninja Revolution 3 on the Wii.
Yeah.
That's the only way I experienced that arc.
All right, back to Motu. So Mattel put out their fall 2024 catalog. Yeah, the new Blu-rays, Spin Dash. The first volume has 27 episodes, and that arc ends at 33. Yeah. Anyways, Turtles of Grayskull and the Masters of the Universe Origins and Masterverse. We have full catalog pictures of the new stuff coming out in fall. Let's talk movie Beastman. Let's go. I love the 87 movie, as we've talked about. Guilty pleasure movie all over. I will buy all the figures of it. I wish I had bought the Super 7 ones, because Mattel's now making ones we didn't get before. We got Evil Lyn. Now we're getting Beastman. I mean, look at him. He's beautiful. I don't have any thoughts.
He looks like what was the not Ewok in Turbo? Pioneers?
Larigo?
Larigo? Oh no, he looks like a Digivolve Larigo.
Digivolve Larigo. I turned my camera off because I stood up to blow my nose a little bit. I was getting all emotional about Beastman. No, I mean I love the movie designs, and I'm like, yeah, no, I haven't been buying as much Master Universe because
Money.
everything. But I've been keeping up with the movie figures because look at this, beautiful. All right, he's a fan channel release. So is the Skeletor throne set. Look at this frickin' thing.
Oh, they're doing
Like one of my favorite parts of the movie.
They're doing like not play sets, but diorama sets now.
They're doing diorama sets now. Look at this Skeletor. Look at his throne. Someone at Mattel cooked with this one. It lights up too. That's not just a photo effect.
Cooked here.
Honestly, what's cool is this throne can be used with any Skeletor.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I switched to Keith David too quickly. It has two different light settings. So you can see how the fire is clear here. It actually has a green setting and an orange setting.
That's cool.
It's like $70. It's pretty neat. Then we've got Revolution Hordak, also known as Keith David Hordak. Welcome to Hell, Masters of the Universe.
Yes! I was thinking of that.
I love Keith David so much. Anyways, Hordak looks great. He looks a little bit traffic coney, but it does have some flex, because you do see he's got movement. But, I mean, he looks great. Leech!
Are you... I'm glad he's more based on the action figure, because the blue Hordak, not bad, but I always on the black and red colors can just always...
Black and red Hordak feels right. Blue Hordak feels wrong to me. The way that blue Spider-Man 2099 feels wrong to me. Leech looks great. We haven't had a Leech in a while, and it's nice to get one that's not, like, literally suction cups.
Yeah, let it's like come mouth and hands.
Yeah, he's got actual, like, limbs. Cyclone took forever to get into Origins, and he just came out in Origins, and now we're getting a Masterverse one. And they just, like, bronzed the crap out of him, and I think it looks cool.
I'm waiting for the photos to show up.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go through these a little quick because there's a ton.
The Horde always do really good hordes, and wow, I like this. It reminds me a lot of the Taz design.
What I love too is it's just like with a lot of new Eternia, they do these like, here's something based on concept art, or we redesigned it a bit, and like I like that Cyclone has a battle mask option.
Oh, that's cool. Psycho's always one of those characters I always really like, but some design, like his 80s design, always kind of look goofy, and I always like that more samurai look.
Yeah.
He has next. I like this a nice middle ground of that.
The next figure is Thunder Punch He-Man, also in a new Eternia style, and yes, they kept the cap gun gimmick in his backpack. It's not actual caps, but they have the molded piece that you can put in there.
Well, I'm curious because did the Origin ones have? Of course, they don't have the cap. Was there a Thunder Punch He-Man?
There was, yeah, and it did a similar thing where it. Oops, I lost my place in the gallery. The Origins did a similar thing where it had like a fill-in piece for what the cap gun thing was.
I think it was instead of they have like a ratchet waist to make it the same effect, pretty much.
Yeah. So of course he's got the sword that goes with the shield and all that, and the Thunder Punch effect piece, kind of like what the classics did, where he has an effect part instead. Then we have Man at War, Duncan. Oh wait, there's only one image for some of these. Man at War Duncan from Revolution. He's looking spiffy and fantastic and ready to punch the crap out of something, which is what a Man of War does.
I mean, isn't that what Duncan usually does?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like his job changed that much. He just got a cooler title. And then we've got Snake Sorceress Tila, also from Revolution. This is also kind of a update to the Green Goddess design of the old line. This time not in fragile green clear plastic.
Yeah, clear plastic.
Then we've got a new Eternia Merman that looks frickin' great. He's based on that old Lords of Power concept art, and he just looks really good.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we've got a new Eternia Battle Armor Skeletor that looks so beefy, like he could fight Broly. I don't know what
look at that.
I don't know what they were on when doing this one.
What's the skeleton about him if he's that swole?
Oh yeah, there's no skeleton here. It's only Tor.
Remember, the only skeleton part is his head.
Yeah. No skeleton, only Tor.
Unless you're a CG series. I mean, he has a hand then.
Moving on to the Origins Classic Cartoon Collection, here is the Adam and Cringer 2-pack, and I want you guys to take a guess at the price point on this.
$40, if I remember right.
30.
Oh, just 30. Wow,
Just 30.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Because Origins are usually what, 20 now?
Yeah.
Used cheaper.
And so now it's at 30. I think it's because the Atom's a lot of reused parts from He-Man. But yeah, no, this is pretty nice. I think the Cringer looks great. And if I was still collecting this line, I'd be all over that. Next up, we have a vehicle set, which is the Collector, which is a vehicle that Skeletor had. It's a little scaled down, but it still holds 3 figures.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's $40, which also isn't bad.
Yeah.
The prices on this line, outside of like the basic figures, I think being a little overpriced online at least, pretty solid. And I think it comes with a Skeletor, or they just put Skeletor for. I think they just put Skeletor for referencing.
Yeah, because they usually don't do pack-in figures that much.
Masturbating, you've mostly best just half the Motu stuff. There's another Stranger Things. I don't know if it's the first Stranger Things. There's a Vecna and He-Man 2-pack.
Second, because the first was the Demogorgon.
Yeah, that's right. Vecna looks cool. He-Man looks all like old.
Disease.
He looks diseased, but he looks like the old painted look of some of the packaging art. We've got a Crimson Horde Trooper with a hoverbot, which implies that we're going to get normal hoverbots as well. He looks cool. And then we've got some of the Snake guys that only appeared in mini comics and artwork are coming out, like Terror here, who is just like he's like a cobbled together custom parts guy. Here's Cartoon Evelyn. She comes with a shaping staff, which is a thing I only remember because it was used in Revelation.
I think that might be in the same mold as the Skeletor shaping staff.
Actually, let me double check that. Let me look at it again. Yeah, that is the same mold from the Revelation one.
Yeah. It's easy reuse right there.
Master Ben said that was a canceled toy on the Terror. Yeah. They're reviving all kinds of cool stuff. Here is Origins Web Store. Works like, Web Store does. He comes with a little creature. I don't know the context. I never finished the show. We also got Reptilax, who's another one of those canceled concept Snake Men guys.
It's funny because I so many people keep thinking Origins is done. Nope.
Nope, they're still going.
Still a lot.
A lot of what Origins is doing is cartoon now because they need headliner characters.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Clawful, looking all vintage. Here's Spikor, also looking all cartoon. Here is Vipor, who looks amazing. Vipor is another one of those guys. Now we're on to Turtles of Grayskull. Yes, Master Ben, we did the Masterverse stuff already. Turtles of Grayskull. Here's Michelangelo in his He-Man wig.
I love it. I love it. It's probably just a wig, but I really hope that it's just Michelangelo using the power of Grayskull. He Mikey.
He Mikey.
That's one of those things where like they say, yeah, I never do something.
You never knew you needed it until they made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The funny part too is that the wig is removable in case it's too weird for anybody.
Or no, they did so you could give it to the other turtles.
Yes. That's fantastic. Here's Skeletor, and Skeletor looks like he just raided like Shredder's armory. And made everything.
I love it.
Neon green.
No, you know what it reminds me of like those weird samurai toy only. No, wait, they were in the show, I think.
Yeah, the samurai armors.
The samurai from the next line.
He also comes with a can of mutagen. Teela. Teela's interesting because she is like turtle armored up, which doesn't seem like it's directly based on any Ninja Turtles thing. So I'm kind of glad they didn't just put Teela and April into a blender. That was nice.
I mean, it reminds me of Renette's armor, sort of. It reminds me of Renette.
It's like Renette's armor if she had more turtle theming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's nice. Swords and stuff. I would collect this line if there wasn't 1,000 other toy lines, but I'm buying Casey Jones.
Because of course you will.
This is Casey Jones. I mean, look
How
at
do you feel about his Turtle Graceful design?
I think it's funny they included an image that was just the body stripped bare, making him look like just a He-Man repaint.
Also, again, that head looks very 2003 Casey to me. I love the head sculpts.
Oh, yeah.
Really look like 2003 to
Someone
me.
said this Casey Jones head has more personality than every He-Man Mattel's made in the modern day. It's true. It's true. He comes with a ton of weapons. He's got like Fisto's glove. He's got swords. He's got hammers. He's got his sports equipment. And I love that he comes with Ram Man's battle mask from the concept art that never made it onto the final toy.
It's Casey Jones. He's required to come with a lot of stuff.
Exactly. I love what they did with this. This is terrific. No complaints from me. Then we're also getting a stealth Leonardo, so this line is going deep. We're getting turtle variants. This line ain't going away anytime soon.
It's required. I like this one because it reminds me a lot of the 2007 Timothy movie Leo stealth outfit.
I love that he comes with 5 copies of the key to Castle Grayskull. Then we've got Stealth He-Man, who looks kind of like a normal He-Man, but he's going to have stealth stuff and turtle armor.
I don't know why. When Stealth He-Man, I hear that, and all I think of is that scene in Guardians 2 or 3? Drax, you don't see me. I'm just.
I am purely invisible. You cannot see me. Master Ben says, "What's next? Star Wars Turtles?" That was pitched in the 90s. Didn't happen.
Hasbro didn't like to play. Lucasfilm didn't like to play nice.
No. This is amazing. This is April, but she's the sorceress.
I love it.
It's so cool. Logic Blaster. These figures are kind of weird, but I assume the limbs are compatible with Origins figures, so customizing might be possible. Yep. 100%. They're using the same base mold design, so everything's mix and match compatible.
It's totally a separate line, but it's just it's a subline for Origins.
Subline for Origins. Look at Hordak. This works as a Hordak design regardless of the Turtles' influence. I love the head on this too.
Well, he's blue Hordak, so
he's blue Hordak, so he's a faker. Leatherhead. I think Leatherhead looks cool as a toy, but where is the Masters of the Universe part of this?
It's just Leatherhead, but Master's body.
Yeah, this feels less mashup and more they just wanted to make a Leatherhead.
I mean, as a fan of the character, it was kind of getting really annoying seeing the 87 one, because that's the bad guy one, which is like a one incarnation of him.
I know. Merman, though, kicks ass. Merman kicks ass. Look at this. He's all clear plastic. He's got a serpent tail that you can plug onto his legs.
I'm assuming the trailers in plastic for these are much better than ye old days of Mattel.
Yes, much better. Look at Merman all serpentined up. Mr. Tanuki, his vest doesn't usually have teeth, but like he sometimes does. Like he wears teeth as a necklace.
It's like a bone, teeth, bone necklace, that kind of thing.
That's what I mean. It's like they made a Leatherhead. Merman here looks great though. Like he actually looks like a mutant of a mutant. He looks terrific. And then we've got Splinter. Also not super impressed by Splinter. He's basically just Splinter wearing King Grayskull's cape.
He just Splinter, but buff.
Yeah.
Disappointing after seeing
Stop praying for my grandpa. He's too strong already.
Exactly. Like it's Splinter buffed out wearing King Grayskull's cape and harness. Like
this is what happened in Mutant Mayhem. Splinter like had enough of the humans and like decided to work out to defend his kids.
But I'm with you, Jerry. After seeing the other ones, this is a little underwhelming, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not bad, but compared,
yeah, it's fine. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It's too bad. But Bebop and Rocksteady.
I love this. This just feels like an 87 episode. Like, boss, we accidentally hit the button in the generator. No, we are fused together.
I mean, literally. Like, look at this. And it's funny, we haven't gotten an Origins Too Bad yet, but here he is.
I mean, you take one negative brain cell and another negative brain cell, you get one complete brain cell. Just one.
Just one. I mean, it's funny how we went from Splinter, which was the most uninspired thing, right into this.
That works.
They called him Bop Steady, and I really would have liked Bop Rock. I really like Bop Rock.
Yeah, they should have Bop Rock.
and then add somebody with the name Ro in there and call them Ro Bop Rock.
Yeah. So that's the fall catalog for Masters of the Universe from Mattel. They are killing it over there. Just absolutely amazing stuff. Just really incredible. Room Without a Window. I want to see their Monty Python Holy Grail routine. That's I'm over with you.
It's the Wreck and Ruin. It's the Wreck and Ruin of Turtles characters right there.
So pretty much, we talked about like that was pretty much like a banger lineup, right? Like I don't have any complaints. Like there's some that are not as cool. Let's switch to a lineup of toys that's a little bit more mixed bag. You know, a little bit more mixed bag. Not a bad thing. Not bad, but mixed bag. I think should we go check in on Crazy Uncle Todd and see what he showed at WonderCon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Spawn is part of it. I'm going to skip over the movie Maniacs stuff because those are just 6-inch
They're just
statue
statues.
figures. But I just wanted to reiterate my point, how incredible and groundbreaking Carrie-Anne Moss being a Jedi means she finally got an action figure that had knees that worked, because here's yet another statue of Trinity. Anyways, moving on.
You'll never get posable knees in this.
Here's the thing. I think the problem with Matrix action figures, they're always going to be kind of trafficony because those
the jacket. I mean, I want somebody to do cloth jacket. Mezco. I want Mezco to do it. So we have cloth jackets and articulating, body parts. Anyways, moving on. So for context, all of these slides say 2025. They're actually 2024.
That was an oops. That was an oops.
All right, so here's just 4 random figures. We got a Mr. Freeze, looks great. We got an Ambush Bug. My heart for Ambush Bug. I love Ambush Bug. It's like one of his only toys. We got a modern Booster Gold and a Rebirth era Tim Drake that actually looks like the best Tim Drake we've gotten so far.
I'm actually excited because I did the Freeze. I think it's just a repaint of the Rebirth Freeze, so probably gonna skip that one because I actually the Freeze figure is actually really good. So nice to get more people to get it. I'm excited for Ambush Bug. Love Ambush Bug. Love the little Flash doll he comes with.
It's so cute.
Glad they're releasing boosters separate because I got the single Ted release, so it's nice that
it's nice that it's not just the same exact booster too. Like it's actually a different costume because he's had a few costumes over the years.
Yeah, and I'm glad because the only Tim I have in my multiverse collection is the Red Robin one, and I like the figure enough, but like I always want the normal Robin Tim, and was it too big on the '90s style?
Yeah,
Tim
the '90s one was too big. I have the disco the exotic
Disco
dancer
collar?
wings Red Robin as well. I definitely want to get this one though. It looks better.
No, because this has always been my favorite Tim costume, and it doesn't help that it's practically his current stuff because I don't think he really changed his costume to
not really
current stuff. So
and it'll go well with the Clayface and the Batwoman and the Cassandra, like the whole Detective Comics Batman era.
Sue Wei on Cassie. Not Cassie.
Still waiting on Stephanie.
Stephanie, sorry. Yeah, Sue Wei and Stephanie. I'm waiting for my Cassie pre-order.
Logic Blaster, Soundout. Have you heard the info on upcoming Star Trek toys? I've heard nothing. Because I don't think there's anything in the works at the moment. I think Playmates line's dead. Hia Toys stopped announcing stuff because I think they're trying to release some stuff. But
which is good because I want them to release their stuff before they can announce more.
Mr. Tanuki, I'm sitting here slowly dying as they refuse to make any version of Stephanie Brown. Well, this is the 4th or 5th Tim Drake. This is the curse we live with as Stephanie Brown fans. Next up, these all had been previously announced. There's, Vampire Nightwing, Wally West, Rival, Cassandra Cain Batgirl, Kyle Rayner Kilowog 2-pack. Here's a weird... Alright, so these are Platinum Edition chases, but they're all new figures.
So I'm really hoping they're not, like, exclusive to the Platinum line.
I want to say they're gold label. I think they just put Platinum by accident. Or they're like that Anne Hathaway Catwoman that's just a single pack that just shows up sometimes. We've got Modern Manhunter, New 52 Reverse Flash, and frickin' Sportsmaster.
Okay, I was wondering what the hell was that Reverse Flash was. That's some wacky repaint.
Oh no, that's the Daniel West Reverse Flash from New 52.
Okay,
that's Wallace's father.
Okay, yeah. Manhunter looked good. I'm more of a classic Manhunter guy, but it's nice to have a Manhunter, and I hope that Sportsmaster is easy to find because I
want to get that Sportsmaster. I'd love to not just have a Young Justice Sportsmaster as the only figure of him on my shelf.
Yeah. I feel like he looks like a completely new mold. It looks like it, so it'd be weird if he's like hard to get.
I'm thinking these are gold label, and they just mislabeled it. I mean, if the date's wrong, anything could be wrong.
Yeah.
Next up, because here was when I was like, wait, these dates have to be wrong. This is the Plastic Man wave that's already up for pre-order. Why is it saying spring 2025?
Yeah.
But after this, oh my gosh! All right, so. As you guys may know, I flipped out over the Batman and Robin wave, and I bought it. It's like the only Build-A-Figure wave from McFarlane I've finished recently. I got them all up on my shelf. I love the Batman and Robin figures. I was like, oh, we could do a wave that's Batman Returns. We can do a wave that's Batman and Batman Returns and do a wave that's Batman Forever. They're doing Batman Forever next. Not surprising. I think this lineup is pretty much how you just, kick it out of your brain. Batman, Robin, Two-Face, Riddler.
And Eggman.
An Eggman?
Yeah. Dr. Robotnik right there.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it was Jim Carrey. Anyways, the Batman should be similar to the one in the 6-pack, just with a plastic cape this time. And then it looks like Robin... No, Robin's not reusing a cape. He's got the collar piece, but he has the same swoosh. These look great. Now, the best part. Do you guys know what the Build-A-Figure is? If you know it, don't say it, but can you guess what the Build-A-Figure is?
What was the girl love interest in?
It's not Nicole Kidman. I would love a
Kidman,
Build-A-Figure Nicole Kidman. No,
Alicia
the Build-A-Figure is the deleted scene giant bat creature.
Oh.
Yeah,
We didn't even get in the book.
because who else are gonna make the Build-A-Figure this way, pretty much?
There was this scene of Bruce like confronting like his inspiration of Batman, and it was a great scene. It's the reason why people want the original Joel Schumacher cut of the movie to be released, because it had some darker themes to it. But there's this scene where Bruce comes in he's a dream
Oh my God,
sequence.
I didn't read. It just says collect to build nightmare bat.
Yes, exactly.
I like.
And it's this giant, full-size, like human-sized bat puppet that exists in this scene. It's not Man Bat. It's part of the nightmare scene, and it's like this great scene with Val Kilmer and this bat. And it's been on the bonus features as the DVDs. I love that scene. Someone at McFarlane Toys loved that scene, and we're like, you know what? It's not even in the movie. Screw it. We're making that the Build-A-Figure.
I dubbed that the unofficial movie Man Bat.
Yes, it might as well be, but like, I'm so impressed that that's the Build-A-Figure, because I was thinking, I was like, oh, if we do Batman, Robin, Two-Face, Riddler, who's going to be the Build-A-Figure? And I couldn't come up with anything because I figured deleted scene was off limits.
Well, is here this or Big Riddle?
Yeah, like, so I mean, this makes total sense. Still not sure about a Batman/Batman Returns way, because you do Batman, Joker, Catwoman, Penguin. Like, what's left? Bane?
Matt Shrek, Build-A-Figure.
Matt Shrek, Build-A-Figure. I mean, we still need a Bane for Batman and Robin, right? Maybe that's just what we have to deal with, but I don't know. The possibilities are open to anything now. We got deleted scene stuff in here.
That the Build-A-Figure bat reminds you of, what's that old Mattel bat toy that uses the mosquito gimmick? Reminds me of that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think about what the name of it was. Anyways, I'm so excited. This is my most anticipated wave now. I know that Plastic Man wave is great, and I want to get it for Plastic Man, but this is like day one purchase for me, because when the hell else are we going to get Batman Forever figures? You know? Just like with the Batman and Robin. When is that ever going to happen again? Hyped. All right, continuing that, they showed off all the Dark Knight trilogy figures that they've released so far, and said, we're moving on. I thought the next slide was related. All right. McFarlane Collector's Edition, which these are the $30 figures. And I have to say, I own 2 of them, or 3 of them. I got Hawkman, Wonder Woman, and Captain Carrot. And Captain Carrot's like figure of the year potential. I just wanted to show him off. He's beautiful. Sure, he was $30, but like, he's leaps and bounds better than a lot of other figures.
I think with the collector's edition McFarlane, it really depends which figures. I think some are really worth it, and some are just kind of
like repaints.
Yeah,
like the Supermans aren't, but then like Captain Carrot's in there.
I think like the 1D, I think deserves to be $30, especially
that Wonder Woman, all the accessories she comes with, and she's actually built like an Amazon, unlike Mattel's skinny one. I like that Wonder Woman a lot. So we have Captain Boomerang, Starfire, and Penguin. Now, let's look at them a little better, because they actually released teaser photos. These are going up for pre-order first, starting with Penguin. I have 0 notes. That's amazing.
I mean, it's nice to get a classic Penguin, because the only other Penguin you got that was a movie was Arkham City one. And that thing is great, but like, I think some video game stuff is kind of smidged, but like, I'm glad we're getting a classic Penguin now. Mr.
Tanuki, I like the idea of Prince from the music video as the Build-A-Figure, but I don't think they can afford Prince for a Build-A-Figure. But yeah, Jared, what do you think of this Penguin? I think this Penguin looks like the best Penguin we've gotten since,
he looks classic and like almost like it's just, man, that's pretty dang good.
Pretty solid.
I love the color scheme.
I'm not even collecting Batman villains, but I think I'm going to pick them up. The color scheme's great, because I mean, we got like a similar color scheme on the Mattel DC Classics Wave 1 Penguin, but like, this is killer. I love it. Next up is Starfire.
This is great, because Queen. I think she was the only remaining Titan, like major Titan left, because they did the Titans Wave. There sadly is a cyborg, even though I'm really hoping they release a normal cyborg.
I think they're going to release a normal cyborg. They have to.
So it's nice to get finally Star, and especially in her rebirth outfit.
I think her rebirth outfit is her best outfit. So
It's the most boy-friendly one.
it is. But I also think it's the best one. I think I looked at all the Starfire costumes of the year. I like this one the best. Mattel did a really good job with this figure too when they did this costume in their line. I'm probably gonna get this as well because I love Starfire. Remove the window. Todd made a woman alert. Yep. Don't get used to it. It's the only one in this presentation. But
look. People like to joke, but they've been getting better. Like
they have been getting better. I mean, this year alone, I've already gotten like I got Catwoman, Wonder Woman, now Starfire. They're getting better. They're getting better. And then the third figure is Captain Boomerang with a faux leather soft goods jacket, similar to what they did with Dark Knight Bane.
He looks great.
Looks amazing.
He's cool.
I've been collecting Flash Family. Do I need to collect Flash villains?
They're honorary family members at this point.
That's true. That's true. I definitely think this wave looks solid. I think collectors. These are all three of these are the type of collector's edition that you go. Those are worth the $30. You know. And I want a collector edition to keep doing this. Speaking of, here's the other thing I was looking for. The slides are out of order. But anyways, after showing the Dark Knight figures, they said, "Here's a new thing. It's the tumbler." Great, another Batmobile. You know me and Batmobiles, guys. I own a few of them. So we're getting the tumbler, but the pack-in figure for this is not going to be Batman.
It's Morgan Freeman.
It's Morgan Freeman. I mean, it's Lucius Fox. But, guys, I think they just sold me on a tumbler.
It's Morgan Freeman.
I want a Morgan Freeman.
I want that figure.
I want just Morgan Freeman. Yeah, just like with the Batpod, I just wanted Catwoman, and then that random one single Platinum edition came out. Maybe there'll be a Platinum edition Lucius. I don't have to buy the car.
Buy a scaled chair for him to sit in.
Yes.
and then I'll just record video of him sitting there and pretending I'm him,
and
like in Family Guy, where and I'm just narrating, looking at this wall. Colors to like yellow, like a Twinkie.
Like a Twinkie.
Yes, I love it.
The best part is you can have Morgan Freeman ride in the Batmobile. Don't have Batman in there. Just only have Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, you can totally fit him in there. Spindesh says now you have a plastic narrator for all your videos. I mean, that's exactly what I want. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we want. Now, speaking of collector edition, the next wave is going to be manga Batman, Sergeant Rock, and Connor Kent Superboy in his 2000s look.
I'm excited for the t-shirt look. I love the t-shirt, Connor.
I cannot wait for Sergeant Rock. I am so excited for Sergeant Rock. Nobody even try to get in my way of getting Sergeant Rock. I love the old DC World War II characters. Sergeant Rock, 100% like one of those guys that never gets toys. Like he's gonna go hang out with my Blackhawk figure.
I'm really happy that Todd and his crew are just shooting out. Just now they got all the major stuff out of the way. They're doing okay. What's the most obscure characters?
They're like, who's never had a toy? Sergeant Rock. Let's make a Sergeant Rock. And the best part, because this has been an issue, right? We've had an issue where the McFarlane toys for DC don't come with guns, right?
Yeah.
And it was like some weird Warner Brothers rule. They said at the panel specifically, Sergeant Rock will come with guns.
I mean,
really?
He's a soldier, so yeah.
He better, right?
They probably told WB, look, he's a soldier. He needs to come with guns.
Yep.
You know,
exactly.
Batman. The manga Batman also looks pretty good.
I think that's just the Nightfall mold, probably.
It's probably some variation of it.
Also, again, I'm pretty sure that's a battery, but it does look like he's just constantly pointing finger down there.
Yeah, I think he'll come with multiple hands because all the collector's editions that I've gotten so far come with like 6 hands. So, the Condor looks good though. I hope the face sculptors are good. Nobody even get in my way of Sergeant Rock. I've waited 20 years for a figure of Sergeant Rock.
I like my leather jacket, Connor, but I grew attached to the character during the 2000s with a t-shirt and plus Young Justice, so I'm happy for getting this one.
Justice.
Heck yeah. All right, now for some bullshit. They did this wave of figures where they were figures that came with a trading card, that came with a code that gets you a digital collectible, whatever. Here's the thing. I really don't care. We're going to talk about the figures, and if you want the digital thing, cool. If you don't, you can just burn the card if you hate it that much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't mind it
It's a physical product, and you don't have to buy a digital product to get the physical product, so I really don't care.
Also, I feel like those digital things are just up throw and bonus because they come with enough accessories to
Yeah.
worth the price. That's the thing.
They're
You're paying for
$25
the
figures, and they come with enough stuff.
Yeah, you could just chuck. You're not
Yeah.
buying the digital thing also because these come with more than
Like,
your
HAL comes
average.
with extra hands and lantern and energy effects. That's more than a normal figure would come with. So, it's just it's a bonus thing they chuck in. You don't ever have to use it. Let's talk about toys, though, right? So the next wave of these is going to be Man of Steel Superman.
Like movie Man of Steel.
Oh, by the way, guys, even though like they have been talked about as being NFTs, far as I know, you can't take them out of the McFarlane website.
Yeah, so I don't even count them as NFTs.
I don't think
They're
they
just...
I don't think they count as NFTs because with NFTs you can sell and trade those on like whatever ridiculous things. I think you can't take them off the McFarlane website. I think it's just a digital collector thing.
It's a digital collectible because
Yeah.
here's the thing, before NFTs were a thing, a lot of companies are doing. Enter this code on our website. You'll get a
Yeah.
digital version of the thing, and I seen like fake pin, like those like fake pin been doing
Figpin's done
that.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so this is yeah, I don't think they're NFTs. They were just you get a bonus digital 3D model practically and your McFarlane account. So yeah. So which
Yeah.
Superman is it? This is not movie Man of Steel,
This
right? This is
is they say Superman Man of Steel. This looks like Our World's at War Superman with the black S. And then we got a Longbow Hunter Green Arrow and a Ray Palmer Atom, and then they collect to build a digital Animal Man.
yeah, and again that figure already
Again,
out. So again,
yeah.
it's just a throwaway bonus at this
Yep.
point. I don't. You're not paying. You're paying for the figures, not for the stupid card.
I look forward to seeing what the actual toys look like. They did show the next Batman the Animated Series wave. Yeah, Room with Window, still dubiously close. Yeah, it is. But again, the best part about it is it's not like when Hasbro tried to do that thing with that Megazord where you had to buy an NFT, redeem an NFT, sell the NFT, or some stupid thing, then order the toy. Like, you can just buy the toy and then just throw that card away. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's again, they come with more accessories. They come with
Yep.
more accessories than your average.
They justify their
McFarlane.
$25 price on their own without the stupid digital thing. The next Build-A-Figure wave for the Batman the Animated Series line is going to be Robot, Hardak Batman, Poison Ivy, Phantasm, Bane, and they build Bruce Wayne. Once again, this is yet another wave where it's 4 reissues from the DC Direct line and the Build-A-Figure's a new figure.
I think that's a budget thing. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things. Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, Room Without a Window did not know about the NFT Megazord. I gotta remind people how stupid this was. Hasbro had a thing where if you wanted the black and gold version of the Zap Megazord, you had to purchase an NFT on the Hasbro website, redeem it at some NFT website, then get a code from there that you then could trade into Hasbro to order the toy and actually get it. And it was a complete failure because they had extra stock afterwards because the people that want NFTs and the people that want physical toys are typically 2 different people.
Exactly. 2 different audiences.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's the thing with these McFarlane anime series figures. One, they're better build quality from what I understand.
100% better build quality.
It also, these things are expensive.
Master Ben Bruce looks like that in the show.
Yeah, he's just swole.
Yep.
The aftermarket on the original DC Direct figures are stupid expensive. So honestly, I feel these are justified.
They're justified, but I will tell you that I would have bought Condiment King, Lockup, and Bruce Wayne, but I'm not going to buy whole waves to get them.
Yeah, it sucks
because I had the original line already.
Yeah, it sucks that for people who had the original line, but still, at least I think these are not bad. I don't think it's good for new collectors. Good for new collectors and people. Because you always want to have. Plus, also, I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes the rebot's kind of justified because again, the quality for those original figures are pretty bad.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. I want to get us moving on though. And we're back to Movie Maniacs. Oh wait, here it is. They're doing a 7-inch ultra articulated modern Spawn based on the cover to the first compendium volume.
So is this are we finding a normal Spawn design at retail finally?
Nope, because look at that cape.
Oh, damn it.
He is listed as ultra articulated. They're also doing more Movie Maniac statues if that's your thing, but yeah. Anyways, that's McFarlane. I'm gonna keep us moving along. You guys got any thoughts while I pull up DC Finest?
I like all those reveals.
I think I was pretty solid. I thought it was a good variety, good reveals, honestly.
I think a lot of people crap on Todd and McFarlane a lot of times, and I think sometimes it's justified. Sometimes I think it's just really out of spite. A lot of times, and because especially when I actually do see improvement from the company,
Yep.
so it's really nice to see all that stuff.
As always, buy what you want, don't buy what you don't want. Speaking of, let's talk about DC Finest. We talked about these before. I wanted to follow up on these because I like hearing from our audience and our panel here. For those unaware, because we did talk about this a few weeks ago, DC announced that they're doing these books called DC Finest. They look like this. And they're going to be reprint collections of specific eras of characters. So, like this Batman Year 1 and Year 2, specifically 87 to 89 or something like that, right? We talked about these before. They announced 5 books. They've gone ham. There's 13 of them now. So I wanted to talk about these and get you guys' thoughts on them. Because for the first 5, we have the contents, and for all of them, we have the prices and the page counts. So, Batman Year 1 and 2 is not just Year 1 and Year 2, it is, in fact, Batman 404 to 414, Batman Annual 11, and Detective Comics 571 to 581, meaning this is 592 pages for $40. Which, if you buy comics, you know that is a deal.
Yep.
You guys said yep in unison.
That's how many
I've
issues?
seen omnibuses and stuff.
That's how many issues? That's how many issues?
That is 11 Batmans, 11 Detective, and 1 Annual. So that's 22 issues?
Yeah, that's 20. That's usually an omnibus.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah, especially, and as Rumazuna said, that's quite a value compared to Epic Collections. Yeah, Epic Collections are $45 to $50 and run 350 to 400 pages. Or no, sorry, 450 to 500 pages. So DC's like, look, we're going to be cheaper and give you more. Now, as people have talked about, not a lot of these books have stuff that was never collected before, but there's never been a volume where you can get Year 1, Year 2, and all the surrounding Batman and Detective issues from that era in one book before. And that's why I pre-ordered this one, because I don't even own Year 1. So I thought, perfect, let me get this collection. Because I like this post-crisis era of Batman. Next up...
Remember, these aren't for... collectors have been collecting omnibus and trades for a while. These are new folks. That's the main demographic.
They're made to be they're twofold, just like Epic Collections. They're made to be accessible, and then they're made to also be for completionists. So that's why, we'll get to the Catwoman one. That's where things get a little crazy. There's also there is Year 3 of Batman. I imagine it would be in the next concurrent volume. We also don't know if they're going to be doing the Epic Collection thing where they're they're not going to be doing an Epic Collection thing where they jump around year to year. They may do these in order. We don't know yet. Spin Dash says, I know today's April Fool's, but NECA just listed a life-size Megan for $500. I'll look into that later. Superman, The Coming of Superman is a Golden Age collection. It's going to contain Action Comics 1 through 25, Superman 1 through 5, and New York World's Fair number 1. Same price, 584 pages. I have the first 2 Superman Golden Age paperbacks, which collect a little bit more than this, so I don't feel like double dipping on this one unless I'm going to be one of those crazy people that just collects all of them. But it's tempting, because consistent spine art, you know me and that.
Versus another DC thing.
Mm-hmm. The Flash, the Human Thunderbolt, which is Silver Age Barry Allen stuff. This will be Flash 105 to 123, Showcase 4, 8, and 13 through 14. This one's a solid 600 pages. So they they're variant, but they're about 600 pages. So you get the debut of Barry Allen, and then the first appearances Captain Cold, Mirror Master, Gorilla God. That's what these collections are for. People who have never picked up Silver Age Flash, here you go. But if you have, you want to have a consistent library, there's that option as well. Probably not going to pick that one up personally. Here's a good example. So when we saw the Wonder Woman Origins and Omens, we thought this was the entire Gail Simone run originally, I think, because her run was not too long. It fit in one omnibus. But this is not her entire run. But what it includes is stuff that Gail Simone didn't do that came out in that era.
Oh, really? Oh, that's...
Which is super cool. So we got Wonder Woman 14 through 35, Outsiders 5 of a Kind, Wonder Woman / Grace, and Brave and the Bold number 7. So those are 2 issues. Those last 2 issues weren't in the Gail Simone omnibus. because they weren't done by Gail Simone. So this is going to be your 2007 to 2009 Wonder Woman volume of everything for her that's in that era. And that, again, makes it a lot more tempting if you're somebody that wants everything. You're going to be probably double dipping. Now, I didn't buy the Gail Simone Wonder Woman omnibus yet, so I'm totally picking this up, and I'll pick up the next volume that'll have like the end of her run plus what comes after. So I like this idea. I like this idea of it being years over creators. This is the one that I thought is the biggest deal, and it would be surprising because it's Catwoman, but Catwoman Lifelines, we guessed from the cover it was going to have the Jim Balent boob sock era Catwoman, right? Which it had paperbacks before, but this volume collects Action Comics 611 through 614, which was a Catwoman backup story. So it's just a backup story, I believe. Then it includes Catwoman Defiant, which was a one-shot. Showcase 93 1 through 4, which had Catwoman stories. So those will be here too. The Catwoman 1989 miniseries 1 through 4, which has never been collected. And then Catwoman 1 through 12 and Catwoman Annual number 1. So even though I have the first Jim Balent Catwoman volume, the front, like, half of this book is stuff that's never been collected together before. So I'm pretty excited for the Catwoman one as well. The Catwoman, the Wonder Woman, the Batman from this wave, I'm like on. The Flash and Superman, not so much. Mr. Tanuki says, might put some cash aside and pick up this whole initial run. Seems like a good crash course in the classics. Definitely. I think this is great. If you've never read this stuff, it's perfect, you know? Do you guys get any thoughts on wave 1 here?
This is great.
No, I'm loving to do this.
I gotta pick up the 1D, the 1D Batman, and maybe the beginning of not if I want to get the Superman and the Flash one.
Mm-hmm.
But they're great. Especially what their contents are and value.
I did forget to mention these all come out between November and December. They're like doing one a week practically. All right, now Wave 2 of DC Finest has been revealed, but we don't have contents for these, so we'll just have to guess. Is it Balent, not Balent? I'll go with
I always
Balent.
heard Jim Balent.
I heard Balent, yeah. But all right. DC Finest Legion of Superheroes. You guys ready for me to be a nerd?
Yep.
All right.
I was waiting for you.
This is Zap Goes the Legion, which is the name of Action Comics 389. And this covers from the same era. So this, again, we don't have the contents. It's coming out December 10th, 2024. I didn't pre-order this one. And I'll tell you why. Action Comics 389, Zap Goes the Legion, is already in the Legion of Superheroes Silver Age Omnibus Volume 3. And if that's in this collection, because that's the title, this could be very much Silver Age Volume 3, the paperback edition. And I just don't need it, because I have the omnibus.
But it's still great.
And it's Jim Shooter writing the Legion, which was a good era. So, I highly recommend this if you've not read this era. Yeah, Jim Shooter, the Marvel guy. He left Marvel and came and wrote Legion at DC. He brought a lot of his X-Men vibe over to Legion, which was kind of cool. So anyways, this is a good era. I think it's a good collection, especially because they never did a paperback edition of... This is pre-Crisis, yes. They never did a paperback edition of that omnibus, so... Because they usually break down omnibuses into a couple trades. They never did it for Volume 3, so... I would recommend this if you haven't checked out Legion, but I'm waiting to see the contents. If it's got stuff I've never had, I'm still going to buy it. This is the biggest flex on Marvel I think they did with this outside of the price and page count. DC Finest Advents 0 Hour Part 1.
I wasn't explaining.
Wheels popped in.
I wasn't expecting him because I thought he'd be
dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I thought Godzilla Kong would have you just
no. Let's just say there was no traffic on the way home. So as soon as the movie hit the credits and there was no post scene, we were out of the theater.
Welcome, Wheels. We're talking about DC comics.
Let's just say we left the theater like Godzilla at Gibraltar.
Nice. Did you love the movie? Because it sounded like you loved the movie.
Okay, so
short non-spoiler thoughts. You got
without spoilers. I'll explain it. I think it's a fine movie. It's a good sequel to Godzilla versus Kong. Should it have been just a Kong movie without the threat of the goddamn world ending? probably yes.
That's what I heard about the most. It's definitely more of a Kong movie than a.
Well, like we already knew it was going to be a Kong movie originally, but my theory is that because Skull Island kind of almost flopped, they said we got to put Godzilla in there. I feel like it was going to be just a Kong movie, and then we were going to get another team up, but they were like, no, we need Godzilla, and that's mostly it. Because if I had to describe what it was like, what if Jeremiah Johnson had sex with Geeter, the three-headed monster, had sex with Godzilla versus the sea monster, Ebera, while also weirdly trying to mix in a little bit of Godzilla versus Gigan and Megalon, in the sense of, what if the aliens were replaced with apes to create a Planet of the Apes?
I like it. That's a great description. All right, we got to get on track because we still got the Hasbro stuff. So for context here, DC Finest being the answer to Marvel's Epic Collections, Marvel has never done an event Epic Collection. They just sprinkle in tie-in issues, and then if they have a separate trade, like for Secret Wars or something, they're like, just go buy that. DC's like, you like Zero Hour? You want all the 0 Hour stuff in one without having an omnibus? Here you go, and it's part 1. For those that don't know, 0 Hour was the event after Crisis on Infinite Earths. Like, it was like 10 years later, and they were trying to fix their continuity by doing a time travel story.
Was this the one that introduced Hyper Time?
This is the one that introduced Hyper Time, yes. It also had a ton of tie-ins. There was tie-ins like Old Fat Alfred comes back to the Batman, and everyone's confused. And there's like Barbara Gordon shows up as Batgirl, and like how does that affect the characters of the present day? And it's how they reintroduce the JSA into the modern continuity. All this other stuff. They're putting all the tie-ins together into a volume. I also imagine the Batman tie-ins, Superman tie-ins, those will be in their own DC Finest for those years as well. So there will be some overlap. But Marvel does that with Epic Collections too, because these are by character, or in this case by event, not by creator, or by we're gonna make you buy things once. Like there will be overlap because that's just how these things go. Then the next book is Justice Society of America for American Democracy. This is Golden Age Justice Society. Not the greatest stuff that's ever existed, but I love these characters, so thinking about it.
I love the Society, so I'm glad they're doing a trailer for this.
We're also getting Green Lantern, The Defeat of Green Lantern, which is some good old Silver Age nonsense. But you're getting John Brum, you're getting Gardner Fox, Gil Kane. Like this is a solid volume. You want introduction to Hal's disastrous love life? It's all on the cover right here.
That's a major part in the current run, especially.
Now, depending on contents, I'm going to pick up Justice League of America: The Bridge Between Earths, because this has the Justice League versus JSA crossover as the cover. So I want to see what the contents are.
Reprinted in like omnibus form.
They have done some omnibuses, but I don't think they've done all the crossovers in omnibus. I think they've only been paperbacks before. Mr. Doogie says, will this include Hal's most infamous relationship? I think we have to tier list to figure out what his most infamous is.
Oh, no. Are we talking about the time he dated a teenager?
That was later. That was definitely a later era.
Okay.
All right, so that's wave 2. Then wave 3. Again, we don't have contents, but we can kind of guess. Coming in January is Green Arrow: The Longbow Hunters. Ironically, that McFarlane just announced a Longbow Hunters Green Arrow figure. That's ironic. This was probably planned.
Which era was this?
This was the Mike Grell era. This is your post-crisis Green Arrow.
This one I'm excited because as a big Ollie fan, I was always wanting to get into his books, and I've been loving the Josh A. Williams run currently. I've been meaning to read more Green Arrow.
I recommend this because Mike Grell did a really great job with modernizing Green Arrow, and everything we know and love about Green Arrow pretty much comes from this, establishment of this run, basically. And the other thing is that Mike Grell's, when they've done the collections before, they've done specifically the Mike Grell part, and so we've missed some of the stuff in between. So seemingly this could collect stuff that we haven't had before, which would be nice. Looking forward to that one. There is Supergirl, the Girl of Steel, which is also in January. This is going to be your introduction to Supergirl in the Silver Age onward kind of thing.
I still love that cover. It's just Car going, a woman.
Yeah.
In my...
A girl flying? It must be an illusion. Women can't fly. Ah. Silver Age stuff. Silver Age stuff and the casual misogyny is hilarious at times.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me, but that's all right.
I couldn't even hear Jerry.
Could you say it again, Jerry?
Oh no, the joke was against women. Where like it's like oh they're flying, they can barely drive. That's something they would say.
They would say that.
Yeah, it was what, the 50s or even
50s.
earlier.
Yeah, it was the 50s. Clark is not a nice person in the Silver Age.
Boy, is he in those, man!
Especially the covers. Especially the covers.
And then rounding out the January wave is Aquaman, the King of Atlantis, being Jack Miller and Robert Bernstein. This is either going to get us up to Death of a Prince, or it's going to get us freaking close.
I also love that. I love all Silver Age.
I don't know why I was rubbing my hands like, ooh, baby death.
I just love that cover of Aqualad going, oh, jeez, Arthur, we're going to die for the sharks.
I know. You can hear the golly geez coming out of him just looking at it. We'll keep you guys posted. I'm just going to make this a segment because, honestly, I'm looking forward to it,
we love, as you can tell from the multiple sheets, we love talking about comics.
Yep, I'll use any excuse to talk about comics.
I did talk about comics better for these streams than individual videos at this point.
All right, let's talk G.I. Joe. Let's just go.
Are you talking about the Hasbro stuff now?
Yep, we're talking about Hasbro stuff.
Okay, I might have to head off now. So,
all right, if you want to take off now, we're gonna switch over to Hasbro. So.
The only thing I can comment on is Swoop looks great. I really hope they re-release Snarl because why is he so hard to find?
That's a good point.
Mostly because
most likely you're gonna get that canceled if you have it on back order. I'm pretty sure mine's going to.
Probably. Anyways, follow me at Darko643 on YouTube and Twitter. I do art commissions like the ones you see this very channel. You want any? Feel free to DM me on either Twitter or in the Discord protocol. And the link in the description below. Remember to like the stream, everybody. Anyways, have a nice night, everyone.
Thanks, Ryan. All right. So, G.I. Joe wise, it wasn't much, to be honest. They had done a big stream recently, so that's like understandable. The presentation was of 3 figures we'd gotten digital renders for before, which was Retro Eel, Retro Beachhead, and Retro Snow Serpent. They're, we've seen these figures before, especially the Eel and the Snow Serpent, like recently, so they're not too surprising. But that's just kind of how they look. I'm not. I don't know. You guys got any thoughts on these retro guys? I'm probably picking up Beachhead, but I don't think I'm gonna get the other 2.
You don't collect Joes, right?
I mean, you technically do because you bought at least one.
I bought a few just for
I buy a couple
purposes, but
which one's the one on the left?
Not for G.I. Joe, really.
The Eel.
Yeah, that one I'd probably get.
Yeah.
I really wish they had just given me what I want, and that is the perfected version of Cobra Commander. Like, just give me that in a figure, and I'll be happy.
We are getting in the Snake Cobra Commander. That has been promised, and ignore me totally forgetting to set up these galleries I made. Yeah, we are getting Snake Cobra Commander. They did confirm that at the panel. Which is pretty neat. That was the name reveal. Yeah, but so they showed those 3 figures, and then they showed us a new vehicle set. I'm resizing this window. I promise I'm a professional. And by a professional, I mean I'm a guy that knows what he's doing, just not at the right time. Yeah, I mean, the retro reveals for me, personally, not the most exciting things, just because they're usually figures I kind of have, just, like, updated. So, they're still nice. Like, if you don't have an Eel or a Snow Serpent, here's your better version of it. We're going to get all of this lined up here. There we go. So at the panel, they did show some more stuff, which was this is the Cobra Ferret ATV and the Scout. Hasbro uploaded the panel to their page, but they didn't put out the promo images till after the stream started. That's why we're here. So, here she is. She's on the bike. She's got a cool snake helmet. I think it's rad that we're still getting vehicles like this. And I think the Vamp was successful, and they're like, let's do more of these, and I'm all in for it. What was that?
Jumping off the vehicle. The one right before. That was pretty cool.
Why do they make the bad guys look so cool, Jerry?
Right.
I think that's Hasbro's biggest curse, when you think about it, right?
Yep.
Like, Cobra, the
Decepticons.
Guys. Decepticons, usually the coolest looking ones.
But I live in Cobraville, and I can tell you, they're not cool, Hasbro.
Yeah, they're loud and mean.
Yeah.
All 3 of these are going up for pre-order on April 4th, so stay tuned. I'll probably get Beachhead in the ATV, But I think I'll skip the Snow Serpent and the Eel. I gotta draw lines somewhere, you know? Gotta draw them somewhere. Alright, let's talk about Star Wars. Why? Because I like clowning on them.
Oh yeah, they added more stuff, and the first thing I thought of was you, and exactly that phrase. So that's gonna clown on these.
I'm gonna clown on these. In the ongoing saga of Hasbro doesn't know what they're doing, which it always happens with Star Wars, okay? Hasbro put out a press release and said, here's our new Imperial March exclusives. Look at this, guys. It's a 2-pack of a basic clone trooper and a basic battle droid. You can't go wrong with that, right? Like, it's just a slam dunk army builder pack, right? Right?
Supposed to.
Yeah, nothing
Slam
wrong with
dunk.
this. Even has the Aruba helmet.
One up.
Assuming something's wrong.
So, the press release said it was a Hasbro Pulse Disney Store and Disney Parks exclusive. Which sound like the dumbest thing they could have ever done with the easiest pack to sell millions of units of, right? But then the next day it went up for pre-order and it was on Amazon. It turns out it's actually Fan Channel and the press release was wrong. Nice job, left hand talking to right hand. Hasbro. Then they announced this 4-pack, which is called Star Wars: The Last Command. It's based on oh wow, I just realized that I forgot to scroll up on the chat and then it just reloaded. Apologies. Anyways, The Last Command is a Legends-based set that comes with iconic characters such as Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade. Even though this technically is the wrong Luke Skywalker, it should be the sleeveless one, according to the packaging art. And then it also comes with that guy I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of, and Luke, his clone, the clone Luke. The Luke with 2 L's.
Luke and Clone need to team up.
Yeah. This is great, though, for Legends fans. Like I said, the packaging art doesn't necessarily match the figures, but that's because they were just using whatever parts they could. And for $100, that's not horrible. Oh, wait, it's actually 90, and it's a fan channel, I think, or something. Anyways, it's out there. It's out there for all you Legends freaks. I call you freaks lovingly.
I was more annoyed. They were like, "Hey, yo, go get this."
Switch the tag.
I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to get it." Because I forgot, did they already release Mara Jade, or she
yes,
got
they
out
did.
Singly?
And she got a single release. Was super hard to find. She was on that list of figures that was going to get reissued, and then they canceled them and killed 3 stores in the process. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Just so you know that the Transformers reissues getting canceled left and right is not a new thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, come on. Like, yo, that Menasor they told you to go get, and they started restocking all the parts, and then they canned, like, the last 2. Great times.
All right, Jeremy Carr said, "Where's my dash?" Shizor, Chewie with all the metal bits from Shadows of the Empire. They're in the list of when we have the budget, which is never, because this licensing fee is ridiculous. All right, so for Vintage Collection, they showed off that they're going to be doing retail versions of Ezra, Kanan, and Zeb. So if you didn't get the Haslab, you could get retail figures. So we got Ezra based on his live-action hologram appearance from the Ahsoka series, which is interesting. We've got Kanan based on his Season 1 appearance, which is cool. And then we've got Zeb as a deluxe figure, also based on his Season 1 appearance. So if you're putting together your Rebels team at retail, you're going to get Ezra, Ahsoka, and Sabine from the live-action Ahsoka series, or Ezra, Hera, and Sabine from your live-action Ahsoka series. Zeb and Kanan will be Season 1, and Chopper is a universal constant that looks the same in everything. So not really a complete set anywhere there. Anyways, like Falcon's Tech, good point. These retail versions of Ghost Crew are so random and don't make sense. Yeah, like I don't know why they didn't just do all Season 1 versions or all Season 3 versions. Like it's all a weird mix match. I don't get it.
Do you know why?
Because they dumb?
Because they dumb, exactly. Because Hasbro, dumb.
I don't even think it's not even Hasbro, it's Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm dumb.
Who cares anymore?
Because Lucasfilm legitimately controls the Star Wars licensors as to what characters they can make. It's ridiculous. All right. We're also getting Mamau Mnadon in Black Series. This is Hammerhead, as he was known in the Kenner line. He's a deluxe figure. He's reusing the Doc Ondar mold because it's an Ectholian, and that's just what you're going to do. They showed him pictured at a bar that he doesn't come with, but there you go. That's true. Hasbro is too dumb to make a Phantom one, or Disney's like, what's a Phantom one? I don't know. Star Wars is a mess. This was the only Black Series reveal, and it's fine. Anyways, that was Star Wars. It's pretty lame, huh? I don't know. That was slightly pathetic, I gotta say. The Star Wars showing, not great, but I don't know. Does Lucasfilm own the rights to the first Howard the Duck movie? Technically, Marvel does. Speaking of Marvel, we actually have Marvel stuff to look at. Isn't that exciting, guys? Are you excited for Marvel Legends, or is it just me? Just me? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what they announced.
All right. First up, we got not that. That's next. For Marvel, they put up for pre-order the Shield 3-pack. And the only reason I wanted to mention this is because they had shown it at a panel, and it only showed that it came with a Nick Fury Jr. head. But it actually comes with a Nick Fury Sr. head as well, plus a long-haired head for Sharon Carter, which I think is pretty neat. Because now I'm going to stick the Nick Fury Jr. head on the Commander Rogers body and swap his hands, and then put the Nick Fury Sr. head on this body to make it all classic-like. But pretty cool, huh? Yeah, all right. If you missed out on Tank Top Wolverine from the X-Men 20th Anniversary of the Movies line, the new Deadpool Legacy Collection reissue might be up your alley. So this is essentially, I got him right here. He was an Amazon exclusive before. Here he is. Pretty solid looking Hugh Jackman. What they did was they did this version, but they gave him the accessories that came with the jacket version. So he has the two different heads from that one, which I think look worse than the ones that came with this Amazon exclusive originally. And he doesn't have the bone claws, but he has fists. So it's not the same exact figure as what I'm holding. It's mostly the same figure. They just swapped the accessories. So it's pretty close. So if you want your Tank Top Hugh Jackman Wolverine, there you go. Now, if you missed out on Deadpool, because he was in a 2-pack with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Deadpool being the other figure I have sitting on my shelf here. Here he is. He's all dusty and stuff. Pretty solid figure. He's getting re-released as well, complete with his little unicorn and all the extra hands, so he can be the Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2 version. And this time, his guns aren't glued into his holsters, needing to be cut out. So that's nice to finally have. But he will be released as well. These are going to come out because, of course, of Deadpool and Wolverine, but they are not necessarily new figures, but nice reissues for those that missed out on them. So there you go.
Yay! At least I can get a nice Deadpool figure. That's not with a Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
There you go. Yeah, it's a good thing, and it's better because the guns aren't glued in. So, all right. The panel was quite interesting because I was not expecting an Iron Man 30th anniversary line. But
Bro, I don't think we're expecting anything Iron Man, honestly.
Honestly, I didn't expect a whole Iron Man wave, but to celebrate that it's been 30 years since the Toy Biz Iron Man line, they had talked about, oh yeah, we previously did, Marvel vs. Capcom Iron Man and War Machine. I mean, retro cartoon Iron Man and War Machine. They said they did those before, and so they're like, hey, we're going to do more of those. And I was like, cool. So first up, we got Iron Man Model 20, which is a brand new mold head to toe. He's got swappable hands. He's got, repulsor effects. There he is. Looks pretty sweet, huh? Anybody got attachment to Model 20? I don't. I don't know what era this is from. I don't know my Iron Man. Wheels.
I don't know if that's.
I don't remember this one offhand. Unless I have my guide in front of me, I won't be able to help you.
Okay. He does have butterfly shoulders, which is nice.
It looks like late 90s, but I could be wrong.
Is this like Heroes Return era?
Because this looks like,
or Heroes Reborn.
Like the art style, this looks like the art style right around the time of the Ultimates, but I could be wrong.
This is making me think it's like Onslaught era.
Maybe I don't.
You said Model 20.
Yeah, Model 20.
I don't remember what year. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because its face looks so janky.
Model 20. Here we go. When it debuted, 2002 actually.
Oh,
I knew it.
Yeah, so it is Ultimate era. Yeah, just main continuity. All right, next up we have Backlash, or as he's been renamed, Whiplash.
This is why I hate myself sometimes when it comes to Iron Man. I won't remember right offhand, but I can always give you usually a year.
Yeah, you can give me an era.
Wheels, which part of the 90s was this? I don't know. Sound out.
I don't know.
Oh, damn it! I'm the ace.
Okay.
He's playing GBO.
What does that have to do with Whiplash or Backlash or whatever its name is?
It's because I always say he's the ace.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, "Stop doing that, Jared." I'm like, "You're gonna be the ace." And then
Yep. I believe this guy was called Backlash in the Iron Man cartoon, right? The whip guy.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
You can't say backlash or whatever. I think.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I like the shot of Iron Man about to beat the crap out of him.
Cartoon. I love that theme song.
I love the season 2 theme song. We got to be specific here.
Yeah.
Well, which one's the one that he goes, "I"?
That's the season 2 theme song.
Yeah, that's the one I mean.
Yep.
Yeah,
the season 1 theme song's funny because they give a roll call to the villains, and then Force Works just runs through a door, and they're like, "That's enough of them."
It's so stupid that first season, man.
God, that show.
That one's so forgettable. I forgot about it.
The first season's so terrible, and the second season does not make it up for me. Like, it's just. Anyways, we're getting the Model 9 armor, which is the Iron Man with the Astro Boy boots. I don't know. Is this the one from the cartoon? Did he use
it? Looks like it, but let me
It is. It's one of the versions of the one because this suit came out previously.
Yeah.
And this okay. So this original suit was during the relaunch.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, first
this one
debuted
was
88.
during.
So yeah.
Okay, if you remember, this suit originally came out when they like relaunched Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah, the neoclassic armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like a better one of that. That's not tiny. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks cool. He looks really cool. We're also getting Count Nefaria because we're sticking to that 90s show lineup, right?
I kind of hope they at least reissue the one with the Tony head, even if it doesn't come with the BFG.
We'll talk about the Tony head in a moment.
I love that BFG.
That BFG makes why I bought that. Yeah, that BFG Marvel's Capcom is why I bought that Iron Man with it.
Yes.
Then we've got Count Nefaria. I mean, he's not super exciting, but he looks good.
He looks happy though.
He looks happy. And now he's getting punched by Iron Man. Man, Iron Man is violent on this stream. They talked
got a
about
regular face, and you punch me with like titanium. Jeez.
Right. He's not even wearing a helmet. They talked about the cover for Avengers #1. They've made a classic Thor. They made a classic Hulk. They made Ant-Man, and the Wasp is coming. And they're like, "What about Gold Iron Man?" So here's Gold Iron Man. Who's based on the silver one, but he's molded differently. He's got the skirt. And he comes with the Tony head and his mustache. But it's not the mullet one. It's just a classic Tony.
That.
Yeah, it looks neat. They also
he needs a bottle of beer.
He does.
Exactly. I need the one that came with the cartoon head. The cartoon head looks like bottle of beer, Tony.
The cartoon head one also comes with the proton cannon.
Yeah, well, I don't need the proton cannon unless they're reissuing it.
And then She-Hulk. What? Anyway. This was the weirdest reveal.
I saw that leak and thought it was fake.
I know.
There, I sat there this morning or whatever going, this is a fake custom. This isn't real. I'm out.
All right, so we got to talk about this. First things first, this is like the most incredible She-Hulk figure. She looks amazing. She got the hair, she got the muscles, she's got the articulation. She comes with a gun that she's breaking.
Oh, it's a gun. Okay.
Yeah, it's a gun that she's breaking, which is like a sensational She-Hulk cover. I mean, this is the She-Hulk figure I've wanted for a long-ass time, right? Why is she on an Iron Man card, though?
Where's your Ron Perlman Hulk?
At least, if she can't be on her own, wouldn't it make more sense for Fantastic Four?
Right?
Iron Man?
So, do you know what my theory is?
Do you know what I want to hear your theory because I got another theory that's possible. Go for it.
So this is partially the theory. Was by the time season 2 came out, the Incredible Hulk show was running parallel to it on UPN9.
It was.
Yes, it was.
They probably don't have the ability to sell it as a Hulk due to the Universal BS, so they're going to put the entire Hulk line of the cartoon into Iron Man due to the fact that there was the crossover in, I think, Hulk, where Tony shows up from the Iron Man show to fight Hulk. So that's my theory, is because of Universal and the fact that the two shows ran parallel to each other, they're just doing that.
Everyone's saying, wasn't she in Iron Man? And I'm going to check, because I don't remember her showing up in Iron Man.
She may have appeared in an episode. I don't remember.
She only showed up in Fantastic Four and Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Iron Man showed up on Hulk, but She-Hulk wasn't in Iron Man.
Yeah.
Now, I got to tell you guys something really, really
Which
funny.
makes me think Wheels' theory is at least close.
Yeah. Here's my theory. You guys ready for my theory? She was going to be in the Captain America Brave New World wave as one of the comic figures. And then that movie got delayed. And so they're like, oh, we need to push the She-Hulk out. Oh, let's just... Yeah, and they were like, well, let's just put her in this Iron Man wave because she's cartoon themed, right? That's my theory. Now, the funniest part about this is this shot right here of her in the package. She is tall, so to fit her in the same bubble as the Iron Mans, they put her feet down in those little wedge things, and then they have her hunched over, right? You know what's funny about that?
The way that it's posed is like old 90s toys, 100%.
She literally looks like the old vintage She-Hulk figure that I brought out just for this stream. What I love about this is the fact that this looks so spot on to the vintage toy, and yet it's just the wrong series packaging. If this was a Hulk card back, this would have been a perfect recreation, minus the dumb giant crossbow thing. But there it is. I've had this figure for years. This is a carded one I bought way later, but it's funny how she's even posed the same, but yet why is she an Iron Man? The funniest part too is that they advertise on the back of this not just Hulk stuff, but X-Men Mutant Monsters and Venom and Spider-Man Arachnophobia, but no Iron Man. It's not even like the figure was cross-selled with Iron Man. Master Ben says, Hulk Retro Wave when? You know what? Good question. I was thinking about this too. Maybe they are going to do a Hulk Retro Wave, but it's not coming till 2026 for the 30th anniversary of that show. So that's why she wouldn't get held back for that. These go for pre-order tomorrow. Nobody's stepping my way. I'm getting She-Hulk.
Soundout.
Yeah, what's up?
Pre-order one for me.
You want me to pre-order one for you?
I'll just put my credit card in later.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Do you need any?
Tell
do
everybody
you need any of the
that
Iron
the
Mans,
numbers-
or do you just need the She-Hulk?
Do I need the Iron Mans?
So Jotaro can save the day and rescue his mom. And don't forget the numbers on the back too.
Twista says, "I guess we're never getting Mandarin." Yeah, Mandarin's off limits. He doesn't show up in games. Doesn't show up in comics. He's not getting toys.
Oh, the '90s Mandarin cartoon one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be great, but
I love
think
my Asian elf wizard.
I think Disney is a little maybe
No,
we
no,
should
it's not.
not.
It's not the
He's
worst.
just an Asian elf wizard.
Yeah,
What's
he's
I
not. He's
know.
not the worst.
It's
but,
not the
yeah.
worst, but they
I get
are
it.
distancing themselves. Because the thing
It's
is,
just an
the
Asian
version in
guy who shouldn't be
Shang-Chi,
known.
the version in the Shang-Chi movie was a different guy. that was Shang-Chi's father retooled into also being the Mandarin.
I'll show you
Yeah.
my 10 rings.
Anyways, what's next? Oh yeah, Ghostbusters is next. Guys, the Ghostbusters toys aren't dead.
Go back in the corner, Ghostbusters.
All right, so let's go to Ghostbusters. So for Ghostbusters, they started off with the thing I didn't want to hear, which was we're not revealing any 6-inch figures. Not to be a prude, but I only really want 6-inch Ghostbusters figures. I'm being honest.
Damn right.
So
Fight
the
the power.
1/18 1984 Ecto 1. They had released a 1/18 scale Ecto 1 for Afterlife, and I was like, what the point of that? You have literally no 1/18 scale Ghostbusters. And then they were like, we're releasing it as the 84. And I'm like, what's the point of that? You don't have any 1/18 Ghostbusters. Yeah, it's nice it's got a steering wheel. Yeah, it's nice it's got the gurney to put the proton packs on. Yeah, it's nice it's got all this detail. But what, you don't have any 1/18 scale figures. And they're like, oh, we have 1/18 scale figures, and they're G.I. Joe O-ring style. I mean, that's one way to do it. It's just not any way I would have thought of myself. But here they are. Guys, what do you think of O-ring O-ring Ghostbusters?
I can't wait for them to bust their O-rings.
Well, you know what?
You know what? Bustin' makes me feel
cool to
good, and
have-
that's what the figures will
cool
do.
to have,
Exactly.
all the actors like Harold Ramis there.
Yeah, I mean they look like the actors, and apparently the 4-pack's $45, which is not bad considering current prices.
Because remember back in the day, Soundout,
Yeah.
you'd have quote unquote movie figures based off the quote unquote actors. They look nothing like them.
They were more like
For a lot of
cartoon versions of them, yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'm pretty impressed with how accurate they look. Actually,
Twista says, who asked for this? Literally nobody. They just thought, hey, we need 3 3/4-inch figures. How do we do this? Hey, what if we do them in O-ring style? So that way people that have G.I. Joes could get, compatible figures. And I'm like, you know what? It's a neat thing.
when the Joes need a ghost being busted, that's,
Yeah. I mean, look, Ray Stantz showed up in Casper the Friendly Ghost. Who says that these can't just show up in G.I. Joe, right? Anyways, it was a weird reveal, but it's pretty charming. I think it's cool. At least they said there's gonna be more news in June, and that the car and the pack are gonna be available for immediate purchase in June. So there's not gonna be pre-orders. There's gonna be up, like they're gonna go up and they'll be in stock. So I appreciate the clarity there. O-Ring Gozer sounds like a nightmare, but kind of what I want to see. And our last thing for WonderCon is a Transformazu, the saga of, oh my god, these toys are already out. Oh, wait, I forgot. We can't jump to WonderCon Transformers news, guys. There was a stream this week. I forgot things. All right.
Look, we're just going to find out about things that are already out, like that swoop that was shown.
The swoop was the only new thing. Let's not talk about that yet. All right. So, Transformers, we've been talking about the weekly streams. I'm going to keep this brief. It's already like 7:30. I'm ready to be done. The Transformers streams have been kind of...
You probably talked about Yusuke, right?
We talked about Yusuke, yes.
Yeah, dude, when I saw that this morning, I was like so freaking hyped.
Me and Jerry were like freaking out earlier, and I was pulling up the wrong images of
yeah, you were like, this is Dark Tournament. I was like, that's
when stuff was getting announced, I just sat like this morning, like after Jerry went to bed, so much stuff got announced or whatever, and I was just like, this is amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the fourth stream, I actually think was the best one, because they actually had stuff to show, they had stuff to talk about that wasn't just already out. So it was our normal three guys. They were doing their thing. They talked about this specially minted coin. You could say, who asked for this coin, but it sold out in 5 minutes, so they know their market. They talked about the new vinyl release of the original Transformers series score, and then they put poor Matt Ferguson on camera and asked him what was difficult about drawing art for a vinyl, and he had the answers of, well, unlike a poster, a vinyl cover is square, and then it kept going for like 10 minutes with a lot of awkward pauses. I fast-forwarded through that part. All right, so they also showed the Transformers Ninja Turtles crossover, Party Wallop, the party wagon that turns into a Transformer. We'll talk about him more in a moment. He was going up for pre-order. He accidentally leaked because Amazon put the page up too early. Nice job, Amazon. Then their next reveal was that Ectotron was getting reissued, which I didn't think we knew about. That hadn't leaked, but it kind of makes sense for him to come back out and around, which is nice. He's back out. Then they showed Comic Shockwave, which we hadn't gotten a pre-order for Comic Shockwave yet. We had seen him officially before. And this comes with a severed Optimus Prime head on a plaque. And they confirmed, they said, we don't encourage modifying your toys, but you can actually put it on the Earthrise Prime. And by golly, is that what I'm doing? Because that's what I wanted to do. And so that's an option. Then they showed this 4-pack, which this 4-pack went up on Target 2 hours before the stream, because that's what Target does. Fans leaked it about 10 hours before Target put it up, which I was like, come on, guys, at least something for the stream. But this 4-pack contains 4 figures, and we'll look at that in the official promo images section, because I think that was it for the stream. Oh, wait, there was one other thing. They said, oh, let's bring back our Space Bridge reveals. Kyle Miller, they haven't made Power Rangers TMNT2 figures. We'll see what happens. The Space Bridge reveals are supposed to show you what's coming up. They said Concept Sunstreaker, and I'm like, yep, people have already found him in Target in the US. And they're like, Gamer Sideswipe, yep, people have already found him in Target in the US. Bumblebee Shockwave, yep, people have already found that in Target in the US. And then G1 Swoop, yep, we knew he was coming because, process elimination, we got 4 Dinobots, here's the 5th one. And that was pretty much it. Now, we did get promo images for everything. We've seen the Shockwave ones. I ordered Shockwave. Let's look at the Ninja Turtles. So the way this thing works is that you get 1 robot that has parts to make 5 robots. So you can have Raphael and his size. You can have Leonardo and his swords. You can store the swords on the back. You can get Donatello. You can get Michelangelo. And the way it works is that you have swappable top parts of their heads, which are their bandana colors. And those pop off, and so that way you can have each of your favorite turtles. All their weapons store somewhere within the robot body. And of course, it turns into a cartoon-accurate turtle van. And he also has a nondescript turtle robot, which is Party Wallop. I ordered 1 to leave as Party Wallop, because I was not buying 4 of these at $50 a piece. But That's the accessory loadout, and that is pretty much how each turtle looks. You guys got thoughts on Party Wallop? I think he's neat.
You're not gonna buy 4 of them, right?
No, I'm just gonna buy one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's good to have one.
When they were like, "Oh, we're gonna give you all 4 turtles," I was like, "That's stupid. Why can't you
That
just
is
give them like a metalhead head?"
Exactly.
I think the reason why there's not a
That's my
metalhead
only
head is
complaint.
they'd want to
That's my only
change the
complaint.
colors. Right? Like,
I like it, but I don't know. Why would I buy 4?
yeah. And some people are like, that's the thing, Psychos. It would be 4 turtles or nothing if it wasn't for the fact they gave me a head that doesn't have any colored bandana on it, therefore being Party Wallop, therefore I only need the one because he'll stay in that mode. I mean, I won't leave the front of the crab on his chest. I'll probably do something like this. I'll make him like a Last Ronin Party Wallop, and he'll just be holding all the weapons and having...
Well, those are those people. That's it. Some people bought them, that's them. But
yeah. I think with this mold being brand new and unique, it's going to sell a lot because people are going to buy multiples. I do think that, there's a lot of people like, oh my god, I've always wanted a party wagon that turned into Ninja Turtle. That's not something that's been on my wish list, but I'm not going to deny it either. Definitely going to get it. But I do say that, Metalhead would have made sense. But I also kind of like that we got back to the let's just not make a character, let's make a new character, because I like my Ectotron being posed with my Ghostbusters, and I like my Gigawatt being posed with my Back to the Future figures. So I feel like I can kind of put Party Wallop with my Ninja Turtles as like his own dude, right? What was that, Jerry?
No, I was like, how many gigawatts? Like,
1.21.
There you
go. So yeah, that was a pretty solid reveal. Then this 4-pack, which is a Target exclusive. I did order it at Target when they had a coupon. This 4-pack is 3 bad guys and 1 good guy. So we got Squeeze Play, who is somehow a heavy retool of Mind Wipe, even though I can't find the Mind Wipe in it. I'm sure it's there.
You can, it's the torso.
It's not even the torso. Oh, I see it. It's the cockpit area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that cockpit area where the Titan Master goes. Yeah, I see it there. And the arms, yeah. Anyways, brilliant. I need them to reissue Faggery though, because I missed that pack.
That's why I don't like this pack. Is that like every Target one is like you either want 1 or 2 figures, you don't want the whole pack.
Here is our prerequisite Beast Wars toy repaint. It's prototype Tarantulas. I mean, at least it's different, and I like the Tarantulas mold, unlike the Scorponok mold I had to buy a second time. Then there's Tarn, which I missed Tarn. I famously missed Tarn, and it's Cyberverse Tarn, and I love this. I actually like the colors better. This was like, oh, I'm glad I missed Tarn, because now I'm not double dipping, because look at that. And he comes with the sword, too, that bludgeon
You know what, the only thing I like about the Cyberverse color scheme is the little bit of gold in his stomach, but I prefer the purple on his chest of the regular IDW.
Yeah, I like the darker navy blue.
Yeah, the dark navy blue just doesn't fit with me with the chest. Like, the rest of the body, yes. But the torso, I'm like, nah.
It probably helps I never read the IDW comics that had Tarn, and I've only ever seen Cyberverse. So he's the only Tarn I've seen in fiction.
Well, yeah, because not for some reason. Tarn is, like, hard to do in fiction, and, like, Cyberverse was like, let's dumb him down and, like, figure out how we can make him, safe for work.
Because the problem is he's an incredibly dark character, so you can't just throw him into a kid's show unchanged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, he looks great. And then to go up against all these bad guys is Prime Cliff Jumper, so he's dead.
The only time The Rock lost in media, guys.
Aside from the Scorpion King and the Mummy Returns?
Yeah. And the other... Well, no.
Actually, and Star Trek Voyager.
Remember the other guys when he, decided to battle gravity?
That's true. But that wasn't a starring role, it was just a cameo. But the thing is, The Rock actually in his first acting appearance lost a fight to 7 of 9 in Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah. And then,
also, fun fact, The Rock's first acting appearance was Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah. Because I think his first movie was a documentary, and then his second outing was Mummy Returns.
Yep. He did knock out 7, but then he lost at the end. Because she won the story. I don't know. I don't remember the episode that well. It was not that great. It was just... Anyways... Cliff Jumper is a retool of Rescue Bot's Chase, which is brilliant. It works. It's just funny when you look at the box and it's like Prime Cliff Jumper versus 3 bad guys, and it's like, okay, well, who's winning here? It's not Cliff Jumper. He's like, I can take him, and I'm like, you never have.
Listen. Cliffjumper could take everyone but Tarn. Tarn will solo him.
Yep. All right. Now let's go to the
Tarn
WonderCon
will take him
reveals.
out back, beat him with his belt, and then tell the cameraman, "I didn't say I'm done. Go F yourself."
Yeah, that would be Tarn. All right, the WonderCon
I'm
reveals, on the
paraphrasing
other
Rob.
hand, were so exciting and interesting, and there was so much. I'm kidding. There was one new toy. The pipeline reveals on Thursday's stream were weird because 2 days later they just showed them. And okay, we got our official look at Concept Art Sunstreaker. We got our official look at Gamer Edition Sideswipe. We got our official look at Studio Series Bumblebee Shockwave. Again, all of these are out in retail in most places in some way. They may not be widespread yet, but they're out somewhere. The big news was Swoop. Swoop is 100% frickin' G1 Swoop. They nailed it. Gonna get the last Dinobot. Gonna be done. Gonna be happy. Move on with my life. People were complaining he looks like a box, and I'm like, have you never seen G1 Swoop? That's literally what he is.
A box.
He literally is a flying square.
He's like a crappy ass toy.
I know, and that they've done a great job making G1 Swoop, and he's animation accurate. And as a bonus, he doesn't just come with his sword; he comes with Grimlock's sword. So, Master Ben says, "Can we do G2 Dinos?" That's happening.
Wait, here's a question.
It's happening. It's just a matter of when.
Still?
What was that?
Who doesn't have their swords still?
No, we got all the swords now. Because Comic Grimlock comes with 3 swords, which is to fit in the 2 swords that were missing, plus the comic version of Grimlock's sword, and this has the toy version of Grimlock's sword.
Okay, but here's the thing. Why would I buy Comic Grimlock's sword? I mean, Comic Grimlock.
So you can get freaking cool-ass Grimlock and the best interpretation of the character that's ever been done.
But I don't want that one.
Well, do you want swords, or do you want to... if you want swords, you got to get Grimlock.
I guess I'm going third party shopping.
Yep. I mean that Grimlock also comes with a crown, so.
But I don't need a crown.
Yeah, you do. What are you gonna put on your Cybertron Starscream?
The 86.
I got you there because the 86 don't fit.
Everyone else shows it fitting.
It doesn't fit. It's too small. It just they're resting it on top of his head. The Grimlock crown will be bigger, so it'll fit over it. Anyways, then they did pipeline reveals, and I thought this was kind of a pathetic pipeline. You guys ready for the pathetic pipeline? By the way, congratulations to Hasbro. For the first time since the comic book reveals, Swoop was a toy that physically did not leak before they revealed it. It has been over 2 months since Hasbro was able to reveal something without it leaking somewhere, and they managed to reveal Swoop. Congratulations. Make this a trend, please. All right. Pipeline reveals for Legacy United Wave 3. First up, RID Sideburn. The second Shadow Striker came into existence. We knew this was coming, right? Yep. All right. Then Cybertron Hotshot, for some reason, was a text-only reveal, and I can't figure out why. Why did they not have an image of Hotshot to put in their title card? But they did confirm it is the car version of Hotshot. It is not the Cybertron Defense one.
Yeah, they need to do a better one of him, though.
They will, I think, at some point. And then we got Infernac Universe Nucleos, which is just, the next Rock Lord. And then the most confusing one, they said Voyager Vector Prime, and they did the aligned continuity artwork for Vector Prime. And I can't figure out if this is a mistake, or if they're not actually giving us Cybertron Vector Prime, and they're going to give us the aligned one instead.
Like that, how do you even do that one? I don't even think
I know! I feel like they screwed up the image. But all they said was Voyager class Vector Prime, so I don't know now.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh, no. I don't know.
Oh no.
Anyways, I thought the Transformers presentation was a little weak sauce, even though I think Swoop looks amazing. Because, I thought they could pipeline us something crazier or show us a comic figure we haven't seen, but nah, it was too much. Oh, that's right. Mr. Doogie says, just checked, Rock beat 7 of 9, but then 7 beat her Hirogen Trainer. There's also a Neelix subplot. Yeah, there was a Neelix subplot in that episode. But like a lot of Neelix subplots, kind of forgot what they were. That's it. News is over. There was a lot of toys. We talked about a lot of stuff. It is late. I am ready to go nap. Sitargo's just popped in. Transfer's been on my mind. This is the perfect time to tune in live stream. Now give me RID, Fortress Maximus Hasbro, also Megabolt, Megatron. I think what we need is we need a Fortress Maximus mold that we can use for RID for Brave Maximus, for RID Brave Maximus, for Great Maximus. Let's just get all the Fort Maxes. Yeah, to match the other primes to come is the reason, I guess. Yeah, that's probably why they're doing a line.
If we ever do a new Fortress Maximus,
yeah,
all I would say is just take the one you got, fix it, give it actual ratchet joints, retool it, give us the base mode, the city mode, the flight mode, or
give
whatever.
him some thickness. That boy's too skinny.
Also, the other thing they need to do, which they need to consider, is stop giving us Cerebros. Just give us Japanese Cerebros. Don't give us the American one.
Yeah.
With the weird face. Just
we've already done that one, so do the anime one this time, right?
Yeah, and give us the damn Master Sword this time.
Yep.
Just put the budget in.
Muteki, I'm not doing a membership stream tonight. I never promised that. I said I'd do them once a month, but that doesn't mean the first week of the month. It's a heavy news week.
I'll pay for Fortune. Even though I skipped all the other Titans at this point, outside of probably Tidal Wave, I will throw down the money for an actual Fort Max, just because he's one of my favorite headmasters after watching Headmasters again and stuff.
I would rebuy Fort Max as long as I also get a Brave Maximus.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh man, I'd buy it. Dude, I remember as a kid looking for one, wondering where it was. I was like, yo, where are we getting this? When are we getting this? I thought I was missing it. I literally thought I missed it, and only to find out it just wasn't released here. I found all the Japanese releases, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
All right, guys, let's wrap up because I'm ready to go. Kaus, you streaming tomorrow? Some Bloody Roar? You doing some Blood and Roar?
Yes, I'm streaming Bloody Roar 2 because I fixed the emulator issue. I own that game, but for some reason playing it on EPSXE wasn't working, so I switched to Duck Station. It works beautifully. And then I'm also going to stream Bloody Roar, Primal Fury, and 3.
Nice.
At the very least, Primal Fury, if depending on the time, also 3.
And if you guys
4 p.m.
want
Eastern.
to ever get back his PSN, you can donate to his Ko-fi.
Yes, if you want to make sure I can get it, because at the moment I do have enough, but it's just barely,
Yeah, so you don't want to risk it and.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't re-upped it yet.
Yep.
Because Jerry's fighting the government.
Yep.
Aren't we all? Anyways, Wheels, you want to promote Hero Club, or you want to save that when?
Yeah. All right. So, cool thing you need to know about. We have this awesome website called Hero Club at hero-club.com, where you can follow us across social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, twitch.tv at Hero Club for Life. We also have a Patreon where you can support us, and it's also using Hero Club for Life. We have memberships at $1, $5, and $10 for basic members. If you have a small business you want to buy ad space with us, there are higher tiers for that. The reason why we have the Patreon is because we need help funding the site. We need help paying for the interviews, and et cetera, and so on and so forth. So if you want to help us out, join the Hero Club Patreon.
Yeah. So on that note, enjoy the videos coming up this week. It's going to be an unboxing on Wednesday, Blu-ray haul on Friday, and I didn't make a short for tomorrow, so I'll see if I come up with something in the next 10 hours.
I already got the short. If you want to use my tweet, there's already a joke in there.
Is there?
Yes, if you see the tweet I sent you.
Okay. Anyways, we will be back next Monday. All kinds of good stuff. And see you guys later, as today is over.